Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy, and we are joined by the manager for the Sturs, Bill Pintar. Coach, it's been a couple days since we've sat down and talked with you.
Yeah, well, at least one, right? It was a nice day. I had a nice day. I was in Washington. That's where I was on Monday. I had to fly up there Sunday night and got back Monday night. We played Tuesday, and we had an off day yesterday, 19th. It's an amazing day, huh? The 19th. And so then we're ready to go again. So how you been?
We've been good, and you're seeing a lot of juggernaut and offensive explosion. What would you say you would relate to kind of the flip? We've seen 40 runs in the past 4 games for your team.
Well, I think we've been more patient in the batter's box. We're not chasing as much, and we've just been more patient. And, you know, when you hit balls that are in the strike zone, you have a chance to get a hit. And when you hit balls that are out of the strike zone, you have a smaller chance to get a hit. So I think that's it. And then I think our walks are way up. I think our walks are way up, and they're contributing. And the other teams are contributing because their pitchers aren't, you know, they've been struggling throwing strikes. So we're taking the balls, and they're throwing the balls. So just taking advantage of it. And then I think our guys are getting used. They're not pressing. They're just being who they are and just playing baseball. And they're good baseball players. I think the first couple of days they were pressing a little bit. But we're kind of in the flow now. So we'll see what happens tonight. Watch we say that and we get shut out, right? It's the way baseball works sometimes. You jinx yourself. But anyway, I think those are some of the keys to our performance upgrade.
Coach, we've seen a couple new faces since the last time we've sat down with you. Jonas Sebring has been phenomenal in the early goings. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, he's a great player. He played center field for the 11th ranked Gauchos and was in there in the regionals. And I watched him all fall. And this guy can hit. And then he plays really hard. He can run and he can throw. He's got tools.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time. Play well this afternoon. Thank you.
What about, I wanted to talk about my staff.
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
Part of our performances is our analytics staff has been doing an excellent job getting me reports. And then we're down a coach. Have you noticed that? Yeah, Joey's not here. And Joey hits a really good fungo. And then I was just watching Ags' fungo. Ags' fungo is Pearl too. So I'm just really blessed that I've got such a great coaching staff. And then Coach Shuck that I get to argue with all the time. So it's awesome. And so I just wanted to do a shout out to our analytics staff and to my coaching staff. So thanks a lot. You have a good game now, all right?
Thank you, Coach. We will.
Understand?
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
I hope you get to call a home run today.
Me too. Me too. great weather continues as the Foresters continue their homestand. Today, the Sturs will once again welcome the Conejo Oaks for their second matchup of the week. Hello, I'm Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill, welcoming you to Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. Well, Aiden, offensive juggernaut continues for the Sturs with another 12-5 victory on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Foresters have been rolling offensively. The first 3 games of the season, 3 runs in total. The last 3, 30. It has been a tale of 2 halves, to say the least. And one thing I want to note in particular is the depth of this order. 1 through 9, you've seen production from almost everybody. Our player of the game last time out was Jackson Freeman. He reached base in all 4 plate appearances out of the 9 spot. If that continues today, the Foresters will be in good shape.
This is the 3rd time that these two teams have met. The first time that these teams played, the Oaks won 7-4. Ryan Humphreys and also Hudson Hamilton were the starters, and they're the starters here this afternoon.
Yeah, and Hudson Hamilton, it was his first start in a Forester uniform. He struggled a little bit, couldn't find the strike zone initially, and the errors behind him plagued the team as a whole. You saw the big one with D. Kennedy in center field, missing a one-hopper that resulted in an inside-the-park home run, and T.J. Pompey later in the game making a crucial error. The Foresters have to clean that up defensively, replicate what they did last time out against the Oaks, and they'll be just fine.
And taking a look at the lineup this afternoon for the Conejo Oaks, leading things off will be Austin Carrillo in center field. To bat second, the shortstop, Jordan King. To bat third, the DH, Justin Rubin in the cleanup spot. And at first base, Dominic Hellman. To bat fifth and at second, Reeve Boyd. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Cooper Sheff. To bat seventh and catching, Marcus Galvan. To bat eighth, the left fielder, Jack Brooks. And in the 9 hole for the Conejo Oaks, in right field, Lucas Danielwitz with the starting pitcher, Ryan Humphreys. Conejo Oaks enter today 5-4, and the Santa Barbara Foresters at 6-2 in the CCL. And here comes Austin Carrillo, bats from the left side, and of course Hudson Hamilton on the hill for the Sturs. First pitch to Carrillo, and we are underway. The fastball 90, missing high for ball 1.
One thing to pay attention to with Hudson Hamilton early on is the ability to find the strike zone. A lot of walks last time out, needs to get in there early.
Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Carrillo sees another fastball, this time missing away for ball 2. And Hudson Hamilton, in his debut, going 2 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, which were earned, 4 walks, and struck out 4 along the way. The right-handed pitcher from Texas falls behind 2-0 to the leadoff man, Austin Carrillo. Here comes a 3-0 pitch, and Carrillo sees ball 3 high at 91.
See that fastball just missing up. Recipe for success that you hear a lot of pitching coaches echo is if you're going to miss down. Got to finish those pitches
Jordan
throughout
King
the rest of this game.
stands on deck. The pitch, and that finds a strike zone. Another fastball, 4 consecutive fastballs from Hudson Hamilton.
Carrillo coming off a great season at Biola University, transferring from Cal Lu, and back to his old stomping grounds this summer.
As a 3-1 pitch will miss. Another consecutive fastball from Hamilton, but he gives up a lead-off walk to Austin Carrillo. And Carrillo, when you look back the game earlier in the week, Carrillo going 2 for 3, but he will work his first walk in this 2-game series between the Oaks and the Sturs. Leadoff man aboard, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jordan King. He's gone 2 for 20 in the early goings, plays for Harvard collegiately. Hamilton with the leadoff batter at first, and no outs here in the first inning. The pitch, and Kang sees another fastball at 92, missing high, ball 1.
Kang struggled, to say the least. You talk about the 2 for 20 to start the season. Once you start slumping, it's hard to turn around quickly, but Hamilton still overthrowing that fastball. Needs to make an adjustment.
Gave up the leadoff walk to Austin Carrillo. Hamilton in his second appearance and second start of the year for the Sturs. Here comes the 1-0 offering to Jordan King, but a check back to first base. Over there is Johnny Rodriguez taking a look at the defense for the Sturs. Daniel Patterson is at third. Drew Markle back in at short. D. Kennedy at second. Johnny Rodriguez, left-handed first baseman. And Ryan Taman serving as the catcher. The outfield, Souza in left. A bit of a change there. Sebring and centering Caden Peterson in right. Here's the second pitch, and the fastball missing in, ball 2. He's got the velocity, but hasn't been able to locate the zone early.
You see the release point continues to be replicated, and in this case, very poor. Just 1 strike is all it takes in the zone to make that adjustment.
Man at first, no outs. 2-0 pitch. Kang swinging a miss. That's an off speed this time for Hamilton. He finds a strike.
And sometimes if you can't throw the fastball for strikes, you flip over a breaking ball, and that one was right on a dot, right on the black on the outside corner. Maybe a pitch he can lean on as we move forward.
2 balls and a strike to the shortstop, Jordan Kang. Here's the pitch, and this one is up the middle, and there's the second baseman, D. Kennedy, tags second base and throws over to first base. What an effort from D. Kennedy in the infield to turn the double play.
A great backhand from D. Kennedy. It looked for a second, Hunter, that it was going to get a piece of Hamilton, but does a nice job getting out of the way, and that was the slider once again in a great location on the outer half, and got a ground ball as a result.
And now 2 down in the inning with the bases clear. Kang grounding into that double play. That's going to bring up the DH, Justin Rubin, playing in his 4th game this afternoon for the Oaks. Here's the first pitch, and it misses away, going back to the fastball at 92. That is ball 1 for the DH.
And it's been a smaller sample size for Justin Rubin with only 7 ABs, but 4 hits in those 7 at-bats. He's been their most productive hitter.
Almost a similar story to Jonas Sebring with the second pitch missing in off speed. Ball 2. Sebring in just his 4th game here this afternoon. Similar production. Both hitters hitting over 500 in the early goings. But with the bases clear, 2 gone. Justin Rubin ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch, and he sees ball 3 down low.
That was the fastball again, and just the inability to locate. Might be one of those days for Hamilton where the slider is his best pitch as he takes a long walk, just trying to refocus those mechanics.
On deck will be Dominic Hellman. Here comes a 3-0 pitch, and Rubin takes one down the middle. Hudson Hamilton gets himself back in the count after inducing the ground ball double play to give up to eliminate that leadoff walk. 3 balls and a strike for the DH. Here's the pitch to Rubin, and Rubin chops it foul just in front of that third base dugout. Full count on this very nice afternoon. We've seen some very nice weather here, and it looks like it's continuing on this homestand.
Seems like today's the best day so far. Wear anything you want, not a cloud in the sky, and 3-2 here, Hudson Hamilton, usually a fastball count. Maybe something Rubin's looking for, but that slider could be a great pitch in this scenario.
Here it is, and Rubin stays alive. Was an off-speed pitch. Remains 3-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 1st inning. Hamilton collecting himself on the hill, the right-hander, working against the 3rd batter facing himself in this inning. Game 2 of the 4-game homestand for the Santa Barbara Foresters. 2 gone. Here's the pitch. And Rubin on a breaking ball flares up right side. Peterson from right tries to move over, but D. Kennedy, the second baseman, went out in a shallow right field, could not make the play. And as a result, Justin Rubin on that slicing ball will reach base with 2 gone.
That's a tough play from D. Kennedy. Will be interesting to see if they roll it a hit or an error. Would have been an amazing play in short right field, but one that if you're D. Kennedy, knowing his defensive brilliance, you want to haul it in.
Will go down as a hit for Rubin. That's going to bring up the cleanup man, Dominic Hellman, who is making his debut this afternoon for the Oaks. Actually, 2 Oregon Ducks making their debut this afternoon. Here's the first pitch, and it finds a strike zone, 0-1. Dominic Hellman, 14 games in the books for Oregon. Hit just above 270 on the year in those 14 games played. Justin Rubin, the 2-out knock. He's at first. Check back to him. Johnny Rodriguez holding down first.
We talked to Jonas Sebring a little bit about it a few days ago, but these guys that are coming off of super regionals needed to sit out just a little bit before getting back into summer baseball, so similar with Hellman here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Hellman skies it into left, and that ball is drawing foul. Maybe in foul ground, a chance for the left fielder, but Nolan Souza overplayed it a fraction, overran it, and that ball will fall to his left in foul ground. That will be strike number 2.
Speaking of Nolan Souza out there and left, we saw him, well, have seen him in the majority of games in the middle infield.
Yes.
So a new position out there, maybe a little unfamiliar with the awkward bullpen to the left of the foul line, and that would have been a tough play, long way to run, and it fell foul.
And the two middle infielders this afternoon, Kennedy at second, Drew Markle back in at short. Markle has been oscillating between the infield and outfield. But it's nothing in two, man. First two outs here, top of the first. Here's the pitch, and this ball is into center field. Jonas Sebring trots over to his left a few steps and makes the squeeze. A couple base runners for the Oaks does not amount to anything. Go to the bottom of the first. Bats coming up for the Sturs when we return.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Back in Santa Barbara as we take a look at the lineup for the Sturs this afternoon. D. Kennedy will lead things off. He is at second. Bat second will be Jonas Sebring in center field. Batting third, the DH, TJ Pompey in the cleanup spot. And in left, Nolan Souza. To bat fifth and at third base, Daniel Patterson. Batting sixth at first will be Johnny Rodriguez. In the seventh hole at short, Drew Markle to be the catcher. And in the eighth spot, Ryan Taman. Round out the order for the Sturs in right field, Caden Peterson, and they're going to face a familiar pitcher just a few games ago against the Oaks, the left-handed Ryan Humphreys, and for Westmont on the hill.
Ryan Humphreys to start last game was practically untouchable, and the Foresters couldn't really muster any offense. But this is a different Foresters team as we hit on the pregame. Now everybody slowly getting integrated in this new system, and leading us off will be D. Kennedy, and was batting in the 100s just a week ago, already up to 238. Embodies what this team has been able to do.
And for Ryan Humphreys on the hill, his third appearance and his third start, currently a 1.35 ERA on the year. He's gone 6 2/3, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, walked 3, and struck out 8. And the left-hander still getting loose here. The defense behind Humphreys, Cooper Sheff will be at third, Jordan Kang at short, Reeve Boyd at second base, Dominic Hellman at first, Marcus Galvan is the catcher, Jack Brooks in his debut out in left, Austin Carrillo in center, Lucas Danielewicz out in right for the Oaks. And here comes D. Kennedy. You said it, batting 238, now 5 for 21 on the year. He had a phenomenal road game down at the Academy Barons. Coming up big for the Sturs and had a very nice game yesterday as well. Get on base 3 times. He will lead things off. And Ryan Humphreys, southpaw, get ready to throw his first pitch of his third start of the year. Here it is. And Kennedy sees a fastball in the strike zone at 89, 0-1 for D.
One of the many Longhorns on this roster, including Hamilton, who's starting today. And D is a freshman, 134 at-bats at Texas already. A lot of time on the field.
Comes 0-1 pitch. And Kennedy quickly down the count. Consecutive fastballs from Humphreys, 0-2.
And manager Pintard talked about in the pregame, it's the patience that has changed how well this offense has performed. Even though D. Kennedy sees 2 fastballs there, not in a hurry, still looking for his pitch.
Sebring will follow Kennedy. Here comes 0-2 offering from Humphreys. And Kennedy sees another fastball, this time away, 1-2.
D. Kennedy and Johnny Rodriguez were the stars in that Academy Barons game, and both back in the lineup today looking for similar success.
1-2, and the southpaw looks into his catcher, Galvan. Here's the pitch, and is lifted into right. Danielewicz moves over and into the gap in left center field. Right center field makes the squeeze, and D. Kennedy, he is retired for the first out, bottom of the first inning, 1 away.
That curveball had a little hang to it, and D. Kennedy just missed it. Great swing to right center field, and a nice at-bat, but doesn't result in a base hit.
That's going to bring up Jonas Sebring in his 4th game for the Sturs. hitting over 500 in his first 3 games. He's been so good since day one. In a Forester's uniform, stands in, bases clear, 1 away, no score in the bottom of the first. Here's first pitch, and Jonah, he takes it away, ball 1. A lot of fastballs for Humphreys to start his outing on the hill. He's going to also see TJ Pompey scheduled in this inning. The top of the order, and really the entire order, the past 4 games when the Sturs have been lights out offensively, has been producing. 1-0 pitch. And Sebring sees a big breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Even though Jonah has had a ton of at-bats, just now seeing some consistency. He's been outstanding. 1 dotted in the OPS department, 545 average, playing center every day.
At a 1-1 count, here's a delivery and another breaking ball, 1-2. Humphreys doubling up on that breaking ball.
Really funky arm slot coming in from Humphreys, especially from the left side with that natural tail on the fastball. It's a tough at-bat for these Forester hitters.
Another right-handed batter scheduled with Pompey. 1 away, bases clear. And here comes the 1-2 pitch to Jonah, and Sebring sees a fastball at 90 away, 2-2. Looking at the winds currently here at Santa Barbara High School. The rest of Santa Barbara is windy, relatively protected here at the playing surface, currently blowing almost out of right center field, cutting across the playing surface. Here's 2-2 pitch, and Sebring lines this one, and it gets through left side into left field, and Jonas Sebring has a 1-out hit here in the first.
Never any panic with Jonas Sebring, and that shows how locked in he is. 2-2, keeps his weight back on the curveball. Another one that had a little bit of hang to it, and rips it into left field for a base hit.
1-out knock for Jonah, his 7th hit in just 3 games, and now 1 extra AB here in his 4th game for the Sturs. It's going to bring up TJ Pompey. Also been playing very well for manager Bill Pintard. Man at first. Here's the first pitch to Pompey, missing away, back pick, sliding in head first. It's Jonas Sebring, the first baseman. Hellman didn't think he was expecting that throw from his catcher, Galvan.
And you see that big secondary lead from Jonas Sebring. The Foresters continue to swipe bases every game, building that identity that once they get on, they're also going to take off on the base paths.
Yeah, they have 34 attempted stolen bases in just 8 games. So aggressive, wouldn't be surprised to see Sebring take a leap here to second. Here's the pitch, and that gets away from Galvan, and to second base goes Sebring. So Sebring now in a scoring position here in the bottom of the first on the errant pitch.
Just a curveball that squirted away from the catcher. See TJ Pompey, Sebring, Pompey, Souza. They're all becoming everyday guys in this lineup. All professional hitters that have an approach in every single at-bat.
And TJ's ahead, 2-0 against Ryan Humphreys. Got ahead in the count against D. Kennedy. There's 1 out and a man at second. 2-0 pitch, and the fastball missing high, ball 3. So TJ well ahead in the count. Nolan Souza will be on deck. And the Sturs looking to strike first here in the opening inning.
Will be interesting to see if TJ has the green light here, if a fastball is grooved.
1 out, Jonas Sebring, a very good runner at second. Here comes a 3-0 pitch to TJ. And Pompey sees ball 4, so Pompey will reach base. That will put 2 aboard, only 1 away here in the bottom of the first. And in stands Nolan Souza for the Sturs.
Some thinking from Humphreys there, too, could be an open base with TJ Pompey up and the left-on-left matchup on deck. But Nolan Souza has been able to mash from all sides so far this season. All SEC freshman team at Arkansas, an amazing player stepping in the box.
And the Sturs struck first on Tuesday when these two teams last played, put up 3 runs in the second. Here's first pitch to Souza, and sees a breaking ball away, ball 1.
And even with Souza only batting .286 now, the at-bats have been very impressive. Feels like the success is right around the corner.
Sebring at second, TJ Pompey at first here in the bottom of the first, only a single out. And a check back to Sebring at second, sliding in safely, just getting under that tag. There's Jordan Kang holding on to him at short. 1-0 the count. Souza still awaits his second pitch of the AB. And here it is. And Souza sees it away at 90 on the delivery from Humphreys. Ball 2. And Souza, just like Pompey, gets ahead in the count.
And the aggression on the base paths from the Sturs make it difficult sometimes to throw strikes if you're paying too much attention to those base runners. Fastballs tend to miss high, and location becomes non-existent.
Cooper Chef's actually holding down things at short. Reeve Boyd is at third. Jordan Kang is at second for the Oaks, but 2 aboard and only a single out in the bottom of the first. Here comes a 2-0 pitch to Souza, and Nolan nearly gets hit, turns away from it, but he did get clipped on the right side, and he will reach base to load up the bases, and that hit by a pitch is brought to you by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Well, Aiden, we've seen a hit, a walk, and now a hit batter by Ryan Humphreys. Sturs loading up the bases, and a great opportunity here in the opening inning.
And now you're going to a veteran in Patterson who's experienced with this Foresters team. Maybe has not seen the field as much as he traditionally does just because of how many great players are on this ball club. But hits in these sort of moments earn you starts in days to come.
Huge opportunity here for Daniel Patterson. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Patterson sees a fastball well away, and great work by the catcher, Marcus Galvan, to snag that ball. Missing away to the right-handed batter, Patterson. Ball 1. This is also a Westmont Warrior matchup right here. Humphreys, the pitcher, and Patterson both playing for Westmont College just up the hill and down the road here from Santa Barbara High School. Here's the pitch, and the breaking ball finds a strike zone, even up the count 1-1.
A lot of familiarity, like you talked about with Westmont and this home crowd, the ability to stay in Santa Barbara over the summer. And Patterson with a great chance right here.
Humphreys, he holds, bases loaded, 1-1 pitch, Patterson. He sees an off-speed missing high, ball 2, Sebring at third, Pompey second, Souza first, 1 away, no score currently in the bottom of the first.
With Humphreys not finding the strike zone, walk, hit by pitch, this has to be perfect for Patterson to pull the trigger.
It's 2-1. Humphreys on the delivery. Patterson takes one down the middle at 88, 2-2. Humphreys gets himself back in it. Even up the count, 2-2. Rodriguez will be on deck for the Sturs. 1 out, bases loaded. Huge opportunity here for the Foresters to start off this game on the right foot. Here's the pitch. And Patterson swing and a miss. The fastball at 90 got him, and Humphreys has his first strikeout of the day.
That's going to be frustrating if you're Daniel Patterson. Runner on third, less than 2 outs, needs something productive into the outfield, and ends up striking out. But Johnny Rodriguez, he's been locked in at the dish. Big 2-out hit to pick up Patterson would be crucial.
And the second lefty in the lineup this afternoon for the Sturs. The second lefty-lefty matchup of this opening inning. Bases loaded, and Humphreys gets a massive second out by striking out his fellow Westmont Warrior Patterson for the second out. Here's the first pitch to Rodriguez, and it's down, and a fantastic hit from Galvan, and maybe a chance at third base. A play, Sebring, he slides in. Sebring thought that ball was going to get away from the catcher. Once Galvan smothered it up, he had to fly his way back to third base, not to get thrown out at third.
Jonas Sebring has a ton of speed. There's very few players that can commit halfway down the base path and end up getting back on that throw. Almost a risk that was an out, but thankful that Johnny still has another chance.
2 out, bases loaded. 1-0 pitch. Rodriguez fouls it in and off of the glove of Galvan, even up the count 1-1. There's another fastball from Humphreys, touching 90 for him. If Johnny is somehow able to reach base and keep this line moving, driving the first Forster run. Drew Markle will stand on deck. Sebring had a one-out knock at third. Pompey worked a walk. Souza, who was hit, now at first. Gentle breeze going out towards the left center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Rodriguez sees a breaking ball. Ball 2.
One thing with Johnny as well, does not strike out a whole lot. Only 2 strikeouts so far this season, and with how many plate appearances he's had, that's amazing. Been able to grind out at bats, going deep into counts, and generally coming through with big hits.
It's 2-1 in the bottom of this first inning. Here's the pitch, and Rodriguez broken bat into shallow right field, but the second baseman moves in. Jordan Kang looked like that ball is going to go out into the outfield, but the second baseman moves in on the broken bat from Rodriguez. And Ryan Humphreys, the starter, gets out of the jam when the Sturs had the bases loaded and come up empty in the first. We go to the second. No score between the Oaks and the Sturs.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Welcome back to Santa Barbara. No score going to the second. Reeve Boyd, Cooper Chef, Marcus Galvan will be due up to face Hudson Hamilton, who had to face 4 batters, give up a walk and a single, but shut him down defensively with some good defensive infield by the Sturs.
Yeah, it's a great quality when you don't have your A-plus stuff working to start a game. Some guys need some time to settle in, but you're still able to get out. A clean inning for Hudson Hamilton, only allowed 1 hit and looking to build off of that.
First pitch, and this ball is chopped off a couple hops over to Drew Markle, who holds his ground at short, rifles it over to Rodriguez, who makes the play at first base. Good pick from Markle at short and Rodriguez. 1 up, 1 down for Hamilton, the starting pitcher for the Sturs.
And 1 pitch, 1 out for Hudson Hamilton. Pitch count was starting to tick up a little bit for the first inning, but that's big to get back on track right there.
Boyd retired, and that's going to bring up Cooper Chef. And Chef, yesterday, I should say the last time that these two teams played, went 1 for 4, reached base twice. Here's the first pitch, and that one is down the middle at 91 from Hamilton. 0-1. That's his first look at Cooper Chef. And for Cooper Chef, only his second game with the Oaks. 0-1 pitch, and Chef, big rip and a miss. 0-2, and Hamilton quickly ahead against Cooper. No balls and 2 strikes.
And Cooper, another Oregon guy. We're talking about it with Hellman, but when redshirting your freshman season, the summers become that much more important. How can you make an impression going into the sophomore campaign?
0-2 pitch, and Chef fouls this one off the pitcher, and can Hamilton recover at first? Oh, yes, he can. Hamilton wore that one on the leg, bounced it over to first base side of the infield, then flips over Rodriguez. Heck of an effort from Hudson Hamilton.
We talked about how Hudson Hamilton on the D. Kennedy double play almost got hit with one. Right there, he did. And they're going to take a long look at him, just making sure he's okay. But the ability to stay with that, just making a throw to first, and then a great pick by Rodriguez on the back end.
It looks like it clipped him on his right thigh. As the pitching coach, Ryan Kramer, goes out to have a look at his man. But 2 quick outs for Hamilton and a phenomenal defensive infield play from the starting pitcher. And that's going to bring up left-handed Marcus Galvan, who bats from the left side. Nobody bored, and 2 out here, top of the second. No score currently. Galvan in .222 on the year, serving as the catcher this afternoon for the starting pitcher, Ryan Humphreys in the Oaks. First pitch, and Galvan sees a fastball at 92, missing for ball 1.
Yeah, the Oaks have struggled a little bit with consistent offense throughout their lineup, but the run producers have been swinging it. We talked about it with Carrillo. Just need to sort of find that balance.
There's a 1-0 pitch, and Galvan sees at 90 high and away for ball 2. Hamilton retiring the first 2 he has faced here in the second frame. This is the 3rd time that these 2 teams will meet. They'll also play 3 more times. They'll meet 3 times in the month of July. 2-0 pitch, and Galvan sees an off-speed in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to the catcher.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiarity with these CCL opponents, and we talked about it, Hunter, but it feels like the Foresters are playing the same teams every single day. You kind of start to get into a rhythm, know each team's tendencies.
2-1, and Galvan lifts it and up and out of play. Left side behind home plate. That is strike 2. Looking forward, next couple games here at home, the Ventura Pirates, who the Sturs have already played, and then the OC Riptide will be a home and away Saturday and Sunday against the Riptide. Away on Sunday. Haven't seen the Orange County Riptide so far this year, so a new opponent this coming weekend. But the 2-2 pitch, and Galvan takes strike 3. The fastball down the middle, and Hudson Hamilton has his first K. It's a clean work from Hudson. We go to the bottom of the second, no score from Santa Barbara.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
In the bottom of the second, Drew Markle, Ryan Tim, and Caden Peterson, the bottom of the order, coming up for the Sturs, no score. And Ryan Humphreys back out on the bump for the Oaks.
Drew Markle hasn't seen a ton of time in the starting lineup as these new guys have started to come in and only batting a .192. It's kind of gone away from that, but a couple of hits in a game like this could get him right back in the mix.
First pitch to Drew, and Markle lines it over to short off one hop. There's Cooper Sheff, the throw to first in time to retire Drew. 1 pitch and 1 out for Ryan Humphreys. Let's not forget in the last inning, the Sturs had a great opportunity, had the bases loaded with only 1 out, ended up striking out and lining out to second.
Yeah, and that's the sort of opportunity where if you're in a close game late into a ball game, you're kind of kicking yourself. You got to take advantage of those chances, but also with how good this Foresters offense has been, not a lot of hope is lost. You could set the table just like that right here in the second inning.
Here's Ryan Taman. Bases clear, 1 away, takes a breaking ball away. That is ball 1. And looking back to the last time that these two teams met, just on Tuesday, the game was tied through 4.5, but then 4 put up in the 5th and 4 in the 6th for the Sturs. 8-run barrage in 2 innings. 1-0 pitch, and Taman sees a fastball down the middle to even up the count, 1-1.
And that's the ability to strike and strike quickly. You can be in a close game, but so much firepower offensively to put up crooked numbers.
1 away, bases clear, bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch, and Taman, fastball high, 2-1.
Taman, another one of those guys. A lot of great catchers on this roster. Only 12 at-bats, but gets the start today.
Ahead in the count. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and Taman sees a breaking ball. It misses low, ball 3. Good take.
Working a great at-bat here, and Taman in batting practice, known for going to the opposite field, has a really nice approach.
Caden Peterson stands on deck, 3-1 offering, and Taman fouls off the fastball, full count. Lines it directly behind home plate into the fencing.
Just needing a base runner. Caden Peterson on deck, seen a lot of time in the leadoff spot and has been producing. So base runner goes a long way.
Humphreys has given up 1 walk and 1 hit. Also hit batter so far today. 3-2 pitch. And Taman sees ball 4 high and away. So it's indeed a 1-out walk for Ryan Taman to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Caden Peterson. And it's been a couple days since we've seen Caden, but he's been phenomenal when he has been in the order.
Yeah, and another thing about Caden is the speed, the defense, and the ability to get on base really does embody what a quintessential outfielder is. He's been great for the Sturs so far this season.
And at first, here's the first pitch to Peterson. And the fastball missing high, ball 1.
And whenever I see a guy like Caden Peterson in the 9 spot, I think of it as like a reverse leadoff, a guy that can get on base and set the table for those run producers.
Top of the order is on deck with the form of D. Kennedy. Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Peterson sees a breaking ball that misses high from Humphreys, ball 2. Taman working the 1-out walk at first. How aggressive the Foresters have been. 34 attempted stolen bases. Peterson has a big handful of those. Phenomenal on the bases, but here's a 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2 balls. And now 1 strike to Caden Peterson.
Looked like Caden wasn't too fond of that call, but still in the great hitters count, 2-1.
Humphreys, left-hand pitcher. It's over first, 2-1 pitch, and Peterson pops it up in the infield. Humphreys moves down from the mound, called off by a shortstop, and Chef makes the play for the 2nd out in the inning. Peterson, the 9-hole hitter, retired.
It's a great job from the shortstop, Kang, there, calling off the pitcher. But lineup turns over now to the top, and D. Kennedy had a great at-bat in the first inning with a flyout. Looking to get one to fall in the outfield this time around.
Here's Kennedy. Ryan Taman remaining at first base. 2 gone now for the man at the top of the order. First pitch to Kennedy. And sees a breaking ball for a strike. Indeed, the first time up against Humphreys, had a fly out into right.
And on the pitches that he was seen in the middle of the strike zone, it was that breaking ball. Fastball was missing high, so maybe looking for another one that hangs over the middle.
0-1 pitch. And Kennedy sees another breaking ball and taps it foul down the third baseline, and he is down 0-2 with 2 gone here in the second. No score between the Sturs and the Oaks. Breeze picking up just a little bit, blowing out towards the left center field. Swirls around here, Eddie Matthews Field. Humphreys shaking off a catcher from Marcus Galvan. Taman, good leadoff at first. 0-2 pitch to Kennedy. And D, swing and a miss. The fastball at 89 and a grunt from Humphreys sits down Kennedy, and Humphreys has his 2nd strikeout. Taman works the walk, but he is stranded. We go to the 3rd, no score from Santa Barbara.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Anand, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the third from Santa Barbara. Jack Brooks, Lucas Danielewicz, and Austin Carrillo, 8, 9, and 1, due up to face Hudson Hamilton. No score going to the third. And Jack Brooks, another one of those guys playing for Oregon. He redshirted his freshman year, making his debut here today. First pitch is a fastball strike from Hudson Hamilton.
Much better location already from Hudson Hamilton on that heater. Painting the knees in the strike zone to start the AB.
Seen a couple Oregon Ducks getting activated earlier this week, and here today, here's the second pitch, and it misses low to even up the count. 1-1. The man batting out of the 8th spot for the Oaks, Jack Brooks. Brooks bats from the left side against the right-handed pitcher, Hamilton. 1-1 pitch, and Brooks, he takes an off speed. In there for a strike, however, from Hamilton, 1-2.
Really good breaking ball from Hudson Hamilton on the outer half. And his fastball's had that natural elevation on it. Could go to it as a waist pitch and maybe get a swing through.
1-2. And Brooks sees it well away and high. There's a waist pitch as ball 1. Check that, ball 2 for Jack Brooks.
Slider's had a really nice bite to it on that outside corner. Might go back to it here, 2-2.
Lucas Danielewicz stands on deck. Here's the pitch. And Brooks stays alive, found it back just to the left of home plate. We will do it again, 2-2.
Seems that Brooks is now sorting to time up that fastball a little better. Might be out in front if he goes to that slider.
That last fastball at 92. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Got him at 83 on that last offering from Hamilton. He has his second strikeout. Leadoff man sat down here in the third.
That did look like the slider. Really nice pitch on the inside corner. Looks like a fastball out of the hand in that late break coming inside the zone.
Consecutive strikeouts going back to the last inning now for Hamilton. That's going to bring up Lucas Danielewicz, the 9-hole hitter. Sees Hudson for the first time. Here's the pitch and the fastball missing high, just having to duck under it a little bit was Danielewicz, ball 1.
Danielewicz, 294 average, 17 plate appearances, 5 hits so far on this young season.
And Hamilton one away and bases clear here in the third. Second pitch and the 1-0 missing low for ball 2, and Hamilton is retired going back to the first inning, the last 5 he has faced. And he has done very well in settling in, give up a walk and a hit in that first inning, but settled in very nicely.
Yeah, and I would expect a challenge fastball here, down 2-0 to the 9-hole spot. Not a guy that you want to walk.
Here's the pitch, and Danielewicz nearly gets hit on the fastball. He turns away from it, ball 3.
You can hear manager Bill Pintard echo 9-hole, meaning no reason to walk a guy at the bottom of the order and give him a free pass to set up the best hitter on this team in Austin Carrillo.
Here it is, the 3-0, and Danielewicz takes a fastball high in the zone, tossed in the lumber. Was Danielewicz thought he had first, but he takes a strike.
And umps are never too pleased with that 3-0 and tossing the bat thinking it's a ball. Might see that strike zone expand as this AB goes on.
1 out, base is clear in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch to Danielewicz, and he gets hit on the left side, so he will reach base. Would have been ball 4. Danielewicz aboard.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 4, center fielder, Austin Carrillo.
That got him right under the left elbow. Was able to turn in on it. Looks like he'll be okay.
So the 9-hole hitter will reach, and here's Austin Carrillo, worked a walk of his own in the first, and he bats out of the left side.
Feels like there's been a pretty clear game plan when facing Austin Carrillo that he is the best hitter on this team. Hudson Hamilton wasn't able to locate the fastball, but a lot of off-speed pitches being thrown.
Here's the first one to Carrillo, and that was off-speed on the delivery from Hamilton, but it misses low, ball 1.
Interesting to see D. Kennedy, even though in double play depth, shading so far over towards second base with the left-handed batter at the plate. Generally, you see favoring more the pull side, but with Hudson Hamilton throwing in the low 90s, that could be a factor.
Check back to first base and sliding in. It was a good move from Hamilton and Rodriguez at first, but able to get back is Danielwitz. So waiting the second pitch to Austin Carrillo. It's 1-0. Wind blowing out towards center field. Here's the pitch, and it misses low at 90, ball 2.
Pitching coach Ryan Kramer is going to go have a conversation. And this is just because of the hit by pitch, which would have been a walk anyway, and then 2 straight balls to Austin Carrillo. The command hasn't been as sharp as he would like at this point in the game. But maybe all it takes is just a little conversation to calm the nerves.
For Hamilton in his second start and second appearance of the summer for the Sturs, but is the homestand for the Sturs and continuing all weekend long, except on Sunday when they hit the road, but game 2 of their 4-game homestand under some very nice weather all week long. It seems like a little gloomier to start the season, and then last couple home games, it has been beautiful here from Santa Barbara.
Yeah, we've had a blast being out here, not too hot. We're also shaded back here behind home plate, but watching this Foresters team work has been a pleasure, to say the least.
And at first, 1 away. Conference completed. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Carrillo lines it over to second base. Kennedy fields it, throws over to second base, and Markle, the shortstop, was able to keep his foot on the bag.
And that's
a signal.
That's a play where if you're D. Kennedy, obviously you want to get the lead runner, but being smarter there and just going to first is likely the best option instead of throwing that away, making the play more difficult than it had to be. You get the force out at first, you have 2 down, and now runner in scoring position for the Oaks.
So Carrillo will reach no out at second base. Drew Markle was flying in, trying to apply the force out, could not get there. Now here's Kang with 2 aboard and only a single out. First pitch, and Kang on a breaking ball up and over first base dugout for strike 1.
Will be interesting to see what they rule that D. Kennedy play. Looked to me as if it was an error just because of the poor throw, but a difficult play nonetheless.
Carrillo will reach on the fielder's choice. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch to Jordan Kang, and Kang lays off a fastball, even up to count 1-1. So now 2 aboard. Danielwitz at second, Carrillo at first. An opportunity for the Oaks. They had the bases loaded in the first. Check that was the Sturs. They had a couple base runners in the first inning. Could not convert. First opportunity. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and this one is lined over past the third baseman in the left field. From second base, looks to score. Danielwitz, the throw home, no play, sliding in. It is a run scored for the Oaks. They now take a 1-0 lead. Jordan King, RBI hit into left field.
Saw a slider just a bit hung in the strike zone, and he rips to left field for an RBI single, but that shows how the defensive miscues, like we saw last time, I would characterize the same thing with D. Kennedy's play there, result in rallies occurring that don't necessarily even need to be started.
Carrillo now at second, and this brings up Justin Rubin, who's got a hit today already. First pitch, and Rubin sees a slider, missing away, ball 1.
Double play gets the Foresters out of this inning and would swing the momentum completely.
Already a run in. The Oaks now lead 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Rubin. And Rubin, big rip and a miss. Strike 1.
That's a really good challenge fastball to see out of Hudson Hamilton. It's easy to get shy once you give up a run, especially on the off speed, but still attacking with the hard stuff.
2 aboard, 1 away, top of the third. 1-1 pitch, and this ball is into center field. Sebring moves in just a few steps and makes the squeeze. Runner holds at second. A massive second out for the Sturs here in the third. And a big thing, too, the runner's holding, Carrillo not advancing. That second out, bring up Dominic Hellman, 0 for 1 today.
Good swing, but Jonas Sebring out there in center field made it look easy. 2 down, and you can tell that Hellman in the box has a ton of power. Hamilton's going to need to be careful with 2 outs.
Two aboard. Creo remains at second. At first is King. First pitch. Hellman breaking ball away. Ball one. And a great keep from Ryan Taman, covering some considerable distance behind the dish.
Very smooth defensively. You see him go on the one knee a lot, which you don't see a ton with runners on base, but still able to slide to his right and make a nice backhanded pick.
Hamilton looking to limit the damage in this inning. Already a run in. Here's the pitch. And breaking ball lifted up and over the seats to the right of home plate. That is strike one. Even up the count. Ball and a strike.
Good slider on the outside corner there. It's been inconsistent from Hudson Hamilton, but when he's on, the stuff is breaking a ton.
It's 1-1. Two aboard. Two gone. Here's the pitch to Hellman. And Hellman swinging a miss.
And he does not know how many outs there are. He's going to get tagged out right here for the final out of the inning.
And the tag being applied on the runner between second and third base. Hellman, he thought he had two strikes, and that was strike three. That was strike two. And the runner between second and third was tagged out. And caught between second and third base was Carrillo. Just think caught sleeping.
It'll be interesting to see what the umpire rules here, because the home plate ump believed that it was 3 strikes and a strikeout ended the inning. And I think that's what Hellman believed also in the box, and it forced the runner to get hung up in between second and third. But this feels like if the umps come together, Hellman will come back in the box and we'll just replay it with 2 strikes.
Now the manager, David Solis, here now that third base dugout, and the umpiring crew will come together. It's 1-1. The swing and a miss for strike two. And then the runner between second and third was Austin Carrillo. Now the umpires just gather a few feet down that third baseline. It'll be interesting to see what they say here.
And the home plate ump always has the ultimate rule in, so if he believes that it's 3 strikes, it's hard to believe it would get overturned in any case, especially with both teams exiting the field. But I have 2 strikes, you have 2 strikes. We'll see what happens.
Now David Solis again talking to one of the umpires, and Bill Pintard here now that first base dugout. So as it stands, Carrillo was tagged between second and third for the third out. With count 1-2 after the swing and a miss. And the umpire then inducing Hellman thinking it was strike 3.
And we won't go to break until this is resolved, but a bit peculiar. You don't see that a ton. And it looks like might be just switching sides and ending the inning, but still a lot to unpack.
Now Bill Pintard getting an explanation. And as it stands, with the Oaks coming onto the field, Carrillo tagged between second and third for the third out. Humphreys back on the hill. We will step away. Bottom of the third we go. Oaks now on top by a run. We go to the bottom of the third after the Forsters and Ryan Taman some heads-up play behind the dish, catching off Austin Carrillo off second base. It appeared the home plate umpire, batter, Strike 3, but it was a third out regardless between second and third on Austin Carrillo. So it'll be Jonas Sebring, Pompey, and Souza due up in the bottom of the third. The Foresters now trailing by a run. First pitch to Jonah, and Sebring sees a breaking ball, drops in there for a strike, 0-1. Sebring today is 1 for 1 at the first knock of the game for the Sturs in the first. And Santa Barbara had the bases loaded in that opening inning, but could not convert with only 1 out. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Jonah. And Sebring sees another breaking ball, but it's in there for another strike, 0-2.
You know, Hunter, we've seen Jonah get down in the count, but great ability to still work nice at-bats and just shows that he's locked in the box.
He's down the count. 0-2 pitch, and Sebring sees a fastball away, 1-2. So the Oaks get a run top half of this inning, striking first. Foresters have always had some good compose, especially the last couple games. Just takes one batter to keep the line moving, and a barrage can happen in a hurry. 1-2 pitch, and Sebring swing and a miss. Another fastball from Humphreys, and he has his third strikeout.
We talked about how Humphreys may be a tough at-bat because of the arm angle coming from the left side, and the Foresters in both games against him have not been able to touch him. Lack of production offensively. You talked about only 4 runs when they faced him the first time, and they came against the bullpen. And so far here into the third, not a ton of production.
One away for TJ Pompey, sees a fastball. Missing high and away for ball 1. TJ today, he's got a walk back in the first. Well, Sebring retired. Base is now clear in the bottom of the third. Home team trails by a run. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to TJ. And Pompey, a big rip and a miss. Even up the count, 1-1.
And the numbers speak for themselves for Humphreys. So far this season, a 1.35 ERA and 6.2 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts.
It's been very solid. Tiring the first man here in the third. 1-1 pitch. And Pompey, another swing and a miss on the fastball for strike 2.
TJ walked his first time through, saw 4 straight balls. But this time, Humphreys filling up the zone. Now Pompey down 0-2.
Souza is on deck. Here comes a pitch from Humphreys. And a swing and a miss again from TJ Pompey, and now 3 consecutive strikeouts going back to the last inning for Ryan Humphreys, 2 down in the third.
And Hunter, that was 3 straight fastballs, middle, that Pompey just could not touch. Sometimes, and I'm just going to continue to hit on mechanically and how funky Humphrey is up there on the bump, it's hard to see, and even when you miss middle, difficult to barrel up.
Base is clear with 2 gone for Nolan Souza. Foresters trailed by a run. First pitch, and Souza takes it down the middle. Another fastball in that same vicinity. 0-1.
Souza got hit his first time through. Known for being patient even this early in the season.
It's lefty-lefty matchup in the third. The 0-1 pitch. And Nolan sees it away at 87, even up the count 1-1. And going back to the last time that the Sturs saw Humphreys, touched on 8 and he went 3 2/3, only allowed 2 hits, did allow a run, but he struck out 3 and he was very, very solid down at Cal Lutheran. 1-1. And Nolan sees an off-speed in there for strike 2.
That was a brilliant curveball. You see Souza kind of back out of the box, thinking that was coming inside, and it ends up being on the outer half of the plate. Tons of movement.
Humphreys really locking in now. He's ahead 1-2. Nolan Souza, the pitch. And Souza sees a fastball away, 2-2.
Any lefty that's sitting in the upper 80s on the mound, that's a ton of velocity. The natural tail to the fastball, as I talked about, it's unique.
Humphreys at 2-2 count against Nolan Souza. The Oaks on top by a run. Here's the pitch, and Souza swing and a miss, and Ryan Humphreys strikes out the side in the bottom of the third. 4 consecutive strikeouts going back to the last inning for the starter for the Oaks. We head to the 4th. Road team, the Oaks on top by a run. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Anand, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Dominic Hellman will lead things off for the Oaks. It's Hellman, Boyd, and Sheff due up in this inning with Hudson Hamilton remaining on the hill to start off this 4th inning. The first pitch, and this ball is popped up and over the first base dugout for strike 1. And Hellman was in the batter's box to finish the 3rd inning, but that obscure play between 2nd and 3rd when Correa was applied for the tag in the 3rd out.
And I was going to say, Hunter, that gave us more clarification on whether it was ruled a strike 3 or the pickoff, and it's a pickoff nonetheless on a 2-6 putout, so Hellman will stay in the box.
Second pitch, and this ball is chopped over to 3rd. There's Patterson who fields it fair. Ball over to 1st. The throw was in time. And Johnny Rodriguez able to keep his trailing foot on the bag. A nice play from the 3rd baseman and the 1st baseman for the 1st out in the inning.
Good play from Patterson. Tough throw all the way across the diamond and got Hellman by half a step.
So going to bring up Reeve Boyd. Ground out to short in the 2nd. Currently, the Oaks on top by a run. Put up that lone run in the last inning. First pitch to Boyd. And fastball misses high. That is ball 1. Boyd looked like he was going to start at 2nd base, but defensively is at 3rd. But changing the infield right at the start of the game with Sheff moving over to short and Kang at 2nd. 1-0 pitch. And the off speed in there for a strike. 1-1.
You can see Hudson Hamilton starting to settle in on the mound. Much better start already from his first outing in Thousand Oaks.
1-1 pitch. And breaking ball got a swing and a miss from Reeve Boyd, 1-2.
See the drop off, fastball sitting in the low 90s, 90 to 93, and then that slider all the way down in the 70s. Very difficult to hit and stay on time with.
1-2. Pitch, and Boyd swinging a miss, and the 3rd K of the day for Hudson Hamilton. 2 gone in the 4th.
Now batting number 32, Cooper Sheff.
It's been the pitching for the Foresters that has been able to keep them afloat in these low-scoring affairs. Hudson Hamilton has been brilliant.
I'm talking about his last outing in his debut, only going 2 1/3, but now through 3 2/3 in his 2nd start in a Forester uniform. 2 up, 2 down in the 4th. We'll bring up Cooper Sheff. First pitch, and Sheff sees a fastball high, ball 1.
Sheff, his first time through, had that bullet that hit off of Hamilton and the ability to stay with it and throw him out at first.
1-0 pitch, inducing a swing, even up the count 1-1. And for the Oaks, going back to the last time they played, of course, that was on Tuesday after an off day yesterday. 6 pitchers used for the Oaks in that game. Went through a lot of arms in that bullpen, and Humphreys moving good through 3. Same thing could be said for Hamilton, 1-1. And that fastball in there for strike 2.
That was at 91 miles per hour. right down the heart of the plate. And he's simply just been mixing his pitches well, constantly keeping the hitters on their toes.
2 gone, bases clear. The 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down for Hudson Hamilton, and he strikes out 2 in the 4th. Great work from Hudson. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Yokes on top by a run.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The bottom of the 4th we go. Patterson, Rodriguez, Markle due up for the Sturs. They trail by a run. Ryan Humphreys remains on the hill. He struck out the side and he's retired the last 4 via way of the K, going back to the 2nd.
5 strikeouts for Mr. Humphreys on the bump. Now Daniel Patterson, who came up with the bases loaded, 1 out in the first inning, ended up striking out. Chance to right past wrongs and bounce back here.
Leading things off for the Sturs. Patterson, first pitch, and the fastball into right, moving over is Daniel Witz, and Daniel Witz is able to make the catch on the run out in right. 1 pitch from one Westmont Warrior to retire another Westmont Warrior. Patterson down the flyout into right.
Good swing from Daniel Patterson. Looked like he just caught it off the end of the bat a bit. Almost dunked in there in front of the right fielder down the right field line near the foul line, but nice play.
Here's Johnny Rodriguez, 0 for 1 today. Lefty-lefty matchup against Humphreys and Johnny. One away, bases clear, first pitch, and Rodriguez takes it right down the middle for a strike.
Johnny popped out his first time through.
Currently the Sturs 6-2. CCL play atop the CCL South. Rodriguez sees no one, and this ball is grounded over to second base. There is Jordan King, fields it cleanly, and over to first to retire Johnny. 2 quick outs for Humphreys in the bottom of the 4th.
There just hasn't been a lot of hard-hit contact from the Foresters, especially left on left. You see these righties in the Foresters lineup even struggling with Humphreys' awkward delivery, but only more difficult for those lefties.
Here's Drew Markle, ground out to short in the 2nd. Second look at Humphreys today. But he stands in with 2 out. Base is clear in the bottom of the 4th. Oaks on top by a run. So they picked up in the top of the 3rd. First pitch to Drew. And Markle sees it down and in for ball 1.
Drew Markle's ran into a lot of unlucky nature to start the season. He's hitting the ball hard, but just right at guys. A hit would go a long way.
Humphreys shakes off a couple with 2 gone. The 1-0 pitch to Drew Markle. And Markle, he went around trying to lay off of it as strike 1.
Pulled the string there a little bit, and Drew Markle with a half-hearted attempt went on the check swing.
For Ryan Humphreys, He's retired the last 7 he has faced, going back to the second. 1-1 pitch to Markle, and Markle sees it down and away, ball 2.
Good at bat and a good spit on that breaking ball. Missing outside. Can sit on that heater up in the zone here, ahead 2-1.
Humphreys, the delivery to Markle. And Drew chops it over to short, moving just to his right with Chef. The throw to first, and it was in time. Good play from the shortstop, but Markle grounds out in another consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Humphreys. To the 5th we go. Oaks on top by a run.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Hudson Hamilton remains on the hill for the Sturs. Marcus Galvan, Jack Brooks, Lucas Danielwitz coming up here in the Finney's 5th inning. The Finney's 5th inning brought to you every game by Finney's Craft House on Lower State. It's a great place for Forster fans to gather before or after the game. Finney's Craft House. It's a 1-0 game. Oaks on top.
Hudson Hamilton back out there working into the 5th inning. He's been amazing, and both starting pitchers in a duel.
First pitch to Marcus Galvan. Galvan pops it up. No play for the third baseman Patterson. It goes over the third base dugout. That is strike 1.
And Galvan, only 17 plate appearances at GCU last year, but 6 hits, batting .353, .588 slugging, and trying to continue that momentum into the summer.
The 0-1 pitch, and Galvan fouls it just left of home play, out of play for strike 2. Marcus, the catcher, struck out looking in the second look at Hudson Hamilton this afternoon.
A quality that we've seen change a little bit, Hunter, as the game has gone on is Hamilton was getting behind in counts in the first inning, now getting ahead and playing with that off speed.
As Yotsu pitch in there for strike 3, and Hudson Hamilton has struck out 3 consecutive batters. He now has struck out 5 in his outing.
And that was Galvan again with a looking strike 3. Another one at the knees. Good frame by Ryan Taman. And Hudson Hamilton looks unhittable right now, Hunter.
Looking very, very solid for the starting pitcher. Here's Jack Brooks, who struck out swinging in the third. First pitch, and Brooks looks for a bunt, takes a strike with 1 out, and the base is clear, top of the 5th. Brooks in his debut today. Both him and Dominic Hellman. Down the count, the 0-1 pitch, and Brooks pops it over the third base dugout for strike number 2.
Once again, another 0-2 count that Hudson Hamilton finds himself in, attacking with the fastball. Wasn't able to be located early on in this game, and now once again can elevate that heater or go back to the breaking ball. 0-2
pitch, and this ball check swing, missing at 91. able to lay off of it was Brooks. One to the count. Great take from Brooks, being down 0-2. Here's the pitch, and Brooks lines it over to second base. Kennedy can't get there. That will be a base hit in right center field. One out knock for Jack Brooks in his first hit in an Oaks uniform this summer.
And that was back to that slider with 2 strikes, but just a little too much hang, and good job by Brooks waiting back and hammering it into center field.
Well, instruction on the third baseline from the coaching staff for the Conejo Oaks. Lucas Danielwitz stands in, the 9-hole hitter. One away, man at first. First pitch, and a swing and a miss at 89. The delivery from Hamilton, 0-1.
Danielwitz was hit by a pitch his first time through in the third.
That came with 1 out and actually came around to score. The lone run on the scoreboard so far today. Oaks lead 1-0. Top of the Finney's Craft House 5th inning. And at first, and a check back to him. Sliding in safely is Jack Brooks. For Jack Brooks, 1 out knock. The third hit given up today by Hudson Hamilton. 4 1/3 in his second start for the Sturs. The 0-1 pitch. Danielwitz drives it into right. Going back is Jonas Sebring at the wall and is able to make the catch. Jonas Sebring, heck of an effort and a good cannon over to first base. What a play from Jonah.
A web gem from Jonas Sebring, deep center field. And from our angle, we couldn't tell if that ball would have been out, but
it was close.
It would have been pretty close, and a great play by Jonah, leaping up in center. He's an all-around baseball player, Hunter, and another amazing effort.
2 gone. Danielwitz retired to bring around the top of the order. Jack Brooks at first. Here's Austin Carrillo to bat for the 3rd time. Another check back to first base, and a left-handed first baseman Rodriguez holding on to Jack Brooks. First pitch to Carrillo. Missing away for ball 1.
Big increase in confidence if you're Hudson Hamilton and see that sort of defensive effort, knowing that your players are backing you up in every which way.
1-0 with 2 gone, top of the 5th. Pitch to Carrillo, and that's down in the dirt. Good keep there from Taman. Well off first base was Brooks, sliding back in. No throw down from the catcher.
Knowing the power that Austin Carrillo possesses, down 2-0 here, even with 2 outs. Don't have to come in. Still want to pitch to a corner.
In terms of pitching this afternoon, pitching coach Ryan Kramer said Ty Baker would likely be the first man out of the bullpen, and he is tossing down that right field line. So Baker, likely the next man in the ball game for the Sturs. 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. It's in there for a strike, and the throw over was late. Good jump from Jack Brooks. He's in scoring position with a stolen base.
That was a really good pitch for Jack Brooks to run on. 2-0 off speed. Gets a good jump, and Ryan Taman's throw is a little high, but even if on the money, looks like he would have stuck under that tag.
Last pitch from Hamilton. In for a strike. 2 balls. 1 strike now to Austin Carrillo. Here's the pitch. And Carrillo rolls it from the first base dugout. Strike 2.
Good stolen base if you're Jack Brooks, but it also does allow Hudson Hamilton to pitch with an open base with the dangerous Austin Carrillo at the dish.
If Carrillo does reach, Jordan King stands on deck. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Carrillo is ball 3 at 89. Full count. Does that change the strategy too with first base open here against Carrillo? Top of the order.
Seems that now you're still trying to pitch to a corner. don't need to come in. The last thing you want to do is groove a fastball, pitch he can hammer for extra bases.
But there are 2 outs in this inning. Man at second. 3-2 pitch to Carrillo, and Carrillo foul tip back into the glove, and he got him. Hamilton, he has his 6th strikeout of the day, and we are going to the bottom of the 5th. Oaks still on top by a run. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Brought to you by Michelin.
We go to the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th. Ryan Taman, Caden Peterson, D. Kennedy coming up, but our first pitching change. Reagan Gale now in for the Oaks. It's a 1-0 ball game. Conejo on top. First pitch to Taman. He tops it foul. Strike 1.
Reagan Gale's had 1 appearance so far for the Conejo Oaks, and it was not very good, to say the least. 15.4 ERA. He gave up 4 earned in 2 1/3 innings.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Taman checks his swing. This is inside. That is ball 1.
Really good sign from Ryan Taman in his first at-bat. Not a ton of hits at the start of this season, but worked a walk and a great AB, looking to build off of it.
1-1 pitch to the leadoff man, and Taman pops it up into center field. Tracking back is Carrillo at the track and makes the squeeze. Hang time there from Ryan Taman, but he flies out into center.
Yeah, that was a big league pop-up, to say the least. Just shows how much power Ryan Taman possesses. Just missed that one to dead center, and not a ton of wind helping him out.
This is going to bring up Caden Peterson. The Oaks putting up a run in the 3rd. 1-0 our score. Conejo lead the Sturs. Pitch, and the fastball missing high at 90 from Reagan Gale, ball 1.
And this is where that reverse leadoff really comes in play. You saw last time Caden Peterson batting with runners on, but a chance to get on base to start the inning.
1-0 pitch, down low. Another fastball, ball 2. For Ryan Humphreys out of the ball game, his final line, 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 Ks for the starter for the Oaks, Ryan Humphreys. 2-0 pitch. Peterson checks his swing and is able to take ball 3. Peterson well ahead in the count.
Would be shocked if he gets the green light out of the 9 spot, especially with our constant emphasis on the Foresters needing a base runner.
Trailed by a run, the 3-0. Peterson takes a strike at 89. Gale gets himself back in the count. 3-1 pitch. And Caden Peterson takes a strike. Peterson thought he had first. Instead, 3-2 now for Caden.
Has to protect the plate. Find a way to get on base. Great at bat up to this point. Just needing to finish it.
3-2 pitch, and Peterson over too short here. Chef holds his ground. The throw over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down for Reagan Gale to start his outing.
And this feels, Hunter, similar to Forster's games early on in the season, where low scoring throughout. You're just waiting for a breakthrough. And D. Kennedy could be that guy to kind of change the tide.
Kennedy was 0 for 2 against Humphreys, a fly out into right and a strikeout, facing Gale for the first time. First pitch, Osby missing high. Bases clear, 2 gone. Oaks lead 1-0. 1-0 pitch, and D. Kennedy takes a strike on a fastball, just clipping the corner. 1-1.
A lot of patience from D. Kennedy. Struck out his last time through, but so much more confidence.
This is a 1-1 at 91, missing for ball 2.
And even just a simple single with Jonas Sebring on deck and how good he has been could give the Forsters a chance to take the lead.
2-1 pitch. D. Kennedy pops it up, and that'll go over the first base dugout for strike 2. And you look at what Ryan Humphreys and now Reagan Gale, the last base runner for the Sturs, came with 1 out in the second inning. It was Ryan Taman who worked a walk. They've only got 1 hit so far today.
And as we move later, the hits become harder to come by. Forster's looking for a rally.
2-2 pitch. Kennedy nearly gets clipped, sees a ball in, full count. Can D reach base for the first time today? Sebring on deck, the pitch, and Kennedy swing and a miss. Reagan Gale enters this ball game, sees 3 and sits 3 down. We go to the 6th. Oaks still on top 1-0 over the Sturs.
We have our contestants.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
As we go to the 6th, it remains a 1-run ball game, and we'll have our first pitching change of the day for the Sturs. Ty Baker will enter. Hudson Hamilton, his day complete. His final line, 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 1 walk, and struck out 6. Great work from Hamilton.
Yeah, round of applause for Hudson Hamilton, and now we turn it over to Ty Baker. And in 2 innings of work, 2 strikeouts, hasn't allowed a run out of Texas A&M. And looking to keep this Forster's bullpen effort going. We've seen throughout the season, the people who have backed up the starting pitcher have really shined in those big moments where outs are needed.
You alluded to it, Aiden. The last 4 games has been more of a shootout style for the Sturs offense, rolling on all cylinders. 40 runs in the last 4 games, but the games before that, especially early on, tight games. Pitching was phenomenal from both sides, and that's where it looks like we currently are going to the 6th. It's only a 1-run game. Oaks picked up their run in the 3rd. It's going to be Jordan Kang, Justin Rubin, Dominic Hellman to face Ty Baker in this inning. Right-hander now in, Ty Baker. And the first pitch to Jordan Kang. And the fastball at 93 misses low, ball 1.
And Jordan Kang had that RBI single that is the difference so far in this game. Low scoring affair, 1-0 in the 6th.
1-0 pitch. And Kang chops it left side and that goes out of play down the foul line. Past Daniel Patterson's 1-1.
See a ton of velo from Ty Baker, the fastest thrower so far today on the bump. Mid-90s. Different look for these Oaks.
1-1 pitch. And Kang, he's an off-speed. Away, ball 2. Shadow's getting a little bit longer here from Santa Barbara High School. 2-1 offering, and Kang pops up right center field. Looks like Sebring moves over, calls off Peterson, makes the squeeze in right center field. Jordan Kang retired for the first out in the 6th.
Great first out and challenge fastball from Ty Baker. 93 miles per hour. Velo continues to tick up.
Here's Justin Rubin, the DH. He's 1 for 2 today. First look at Baker. Single in the first. Fly out into Sebring in the center. I should say in center field. First pitch. Missing away. That is ball 1 to the DH Rubin.
Very tall presence on the mound, too. 6'4", 225. And Hudson Hamilton only staying at 6'1", so different look, to say the least, for these Oaks.
1-0 pitch. And the DH checks his swing, but that's a fair ball, and the pitcher comes off the mound and just applies the tag to Rubin on the check swing. A little bit unfortunate for the DH, but 2 gone in the 6th for Baker and the Sturs.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 41, first baseman Dominic Hellman.
It's a great start for Ty Baker, attacking the strike zone. Sometimes you see guys coming out of the bullpen with the inability to change quickly from that bullpen mound to the real rubber, but he's done an amazing job so far.
Tired the first 2. Here's Dominic Hellman. And the breaking ball missing in the dirt. Good pick from Taman. No one on base. That is ball 1. Hellman in his debut for the Oaks this afternoon. Fly out to center and a ground out to third. 1-0 pitch. Hellman sees another breaking ball, but this time takes a strike. 1-1.
That is filthy. 84 miles per hour on the outside corner. Looks like a heater out of the hand. Done a great job tunneling his pitches.
Here's the 1-1. And Hellman, big rip and a miss. And looks like it just tapped. Went back to Ryan Taman. Strike 2, and it's the home plate umpire. Gives Taman a moment.
Looks like Taman will be all right. Love the courtesy between the umpire and catcher always. Best friends for the day.
And Bow behind the dish together. With 2 out. It's 1-run ball game. The 1-2 pitch, and Hellman is able to take. There's ball 2.
That slider has been so good from Ty Baker. The 2 strikes in this at-bat have come from that slider. Could go back to it here.
It's 2-2 with 2 out. Here's the pitch, and missing in. The last 2 were at 95 and then 94 from Ty Baker.
We talked about the uptick in velo, but 95 miles per hour. Crazy in the CCL to see.
3-2 pitch to Hellman. And Hellman takes strike 3. He thought he had first, but Ty Baker, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th. And Hellman, he thought he had first. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Oaks still on top by a run over the Sturs.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Stars will be Sebring, scheduled behind him Pompey and Souza. It's a one-run ball game, and we have a new arm coming in for the Oaks, Charlie Baker.
Yeah, University of Puget Sound freshman last year with the 3.86 ERA, appeared in 7 games, and crafty lefty out there on the bump.
Decker, his first pitch, it misses low, with Ty Baker entering in the last inning for the Stars. First man out of the bullpen for Santa Barbara, but Charlie Decker entering for Reagan Gale, who only went a single inning. It was only a 1-2-3 inning for Gale. Decker, the 1-0 pitch, and this ball will go foul down that left field line. Sebring sends it into the bullpen. Strike number 1.
Good swing from Jonah. Just needs to keep his weight back. You see, fastball in the low 80s. A lot slower than they were seen with Humphreys early on in the low 90s. Different look from the Oaks to maybe get the Foresters off time.
1-1 pitch to Jonah. And Sebring, he sees it. High and away, ball 2. The Stars have not been able to reach base since the second inning. Looking to change that right here. Bottom of the 6th, trailing by a run. 2-1. This ball pops up over the stands to the right of home plate. 2-2 for Sebring.
Looked like that one hit a car hunter.
Yeah, right next to the street here at Santa Barbara High School.
Great at-bat from Jonah. Bat to barrel on all of these pitches that he's seen. Now just looking for that hit.
2-2 pitch. Sebring chops it foul down the third baseline. He will do it again. Sebring is 1 for 2. Currently the lone hit on the scoreboard for the Stars. Came in the first inning. Let's not forget the Stars had the bases loaded, only 1 out. Came up empty-handed in that opening inning. 2-2. Sebring leading things off. TJ Pompey awaits on deck. Decker, 2-2 pitch on a breaking ball. Got Jonah to swing and a miss. And Charlie Decker as first man he faces and picks up a strikeout along the way.
Pulled the string with that breaking ball all the way down to 72 miles per hour. Very slow, ephus-like curveball. And now 1 out. The Foresters just haven't strung together many hits, only 1 in total.
It's going to bring up TJ Pompey. First pitch. That breaking ball finds the lower half of the zone at 72 for a strike.
And that 1 hit, too, Hunter, came in the second at-bat of this game.
Pompey did reach in that first inning. Here's the second pitch. He fouls off over the stands to the right of home plate. Strike 2. We saw when Jonah was going back to that dugout, long chat with Nolan Souza, likely about the timing coming from the arm of Decker on the hill. Much slower compared to Humphreys and Gale. The 0-2 pitch, and this ball is rolled over to the third baseman. Charging in is Boyd. The throw was a good one and in time. 2 up, 2 down for Charlie Decker. TJ Pompey grounds out.
Number 3, the left fielder.
Just out in front, and that's
Souza.
exactly correlated with the timing. Out in front on his front foot. The power essentially leaves the swing. And Nolan Souza looked for a 2-out hit, but the Foresters, even with the solid at-bats, just the offense has been non-existent.
First pitch, and the breaking ball in, ball 1. Lefty-lefty matchup here against Charlie Decker and Nolan Souza. It's 1-0, 2 gone, bases clear. The pitch, and there's a fastball, looked like, in there for a strike, 1-1.
Souza has had to face 2 lefties so far today.
The pitch, and this ball is lined into left field past the third baseman. Nolan Souza has the second knock of the day for the Sturs. Comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
I look back to a few games ago, Hunter, when Nolan had a hit similar to that in the left center field gap, waiting back on the breaking ball left on left and punching it in the other way. And right there, an amazing at-bat. Stays on his back foot, rips it to left field. Much better swing. One of the best we've seen so far today.
This is going to bring up Daniel Patterson's 1-run affair. Conejo lead the Sturs by a run. First pitch, and Patterson clangs it off the netting above the first base dugout for strike 1.
Seems like a situation where you would see a runner in motion, get that tying run on second base, especially with how often the Sturs steal.
Nothing in 1. Patterson 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, and Patterson pops it up right side. Daniel Witz, the right fielder, moves in shallow right and makes the squeeze. Charlie Decker gave up the 2-out knock to Nolan Souza, but he is stranded on the bases. To the bottom to the 7th inning we go from Santa Barbara. Oaks still lead 1-0 over the Sturs.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
One-run ball game. Oaks on top. Reeve, Boyd, Cooper, Chef, Marcus Galvan due up in this inning. Ty Baker remains on the hill after only having to face 3 in the last. First pitch, and Boyd, he takes a strike. 0-1.
Great spot there from Ty Baker to open the at-bat.
The 0-1 pitch to the second baseman. Boyd sees it away. 1-1.
Looks like a couple arms just getting loose down there. No one throwing just yet. This is Ty Baker's ball game.
1-1 pitch. And Reeve Boyd takes a strike. Good delivery from Ty Baker, 1-2. And in terms of pitching, later on in the ballgame, Fields and Ramos scheduled for the later innings, along with Will Rogers in high leverage, likely ninth inning situation. 1-2 pitch and fouled off to the right of home plate by Boyd. Stays alive.
A challenge fastball there from Ty Baker and fouled away. Now that sets up that off speed once again. He just threw it for a strike in the third pitch of this at bat. Chance to go right back to it.
Baker from the belt. 1-2 pitch. And Boyd reaches for it. It's over to the first baseman. Rodriguez fields it and takes it to the bag himself for the first out.
Almost got a little scary down there at first base. Made it a little closer than it should have been. But the Stars get the out. That first out of the inning, Hunter, is always big. Eases the emotions of everybody in the field.
Been able to do that to the leadoff man every inning except the first. Austin Creel to kick off the ball game had a leadoff walk every inning since the leadoff man was sat down by Santa Barbara pitching. Here's Cooper Chef. Sees a ball away, 1-0. Bases clear, top of the 7th. Oaks lead by a run. The 1-0 offering. And Chef takes a heater down the middle, leading up the count. Good delivery from Ty on the hill, 1-1.
Another great fastball from Ty Baker.
On deck will be Marcus Galvan. One away, 1-1 pitch, and Chef will check his swing. He takes ball 2.
Great showing today from the fans. Thursday evening at Santa Barbara High School.
Yes.
Tons of people coming out to watch the Stars play, and in a game where it's been flying just because of the pitcher's duel, seems like the next team to score wins this game.
I like that as a 2-1. Swing and a miss, the foul tip back in the glove. 2-2 for Cooper Chef. It's only a 1-run game compared to yesterday, I should say. Last time they played on Tuesday, an off day yesterday for both teams. 12-5 was the final. Stars won. 2-2 pitch, and Chef is able to take ball 3. Full count.
Full count, down 1-0. Will be interesting what the call is from Ty Baker. Do you challenge him or stay nitpicky on the outer half?
Payoff pitch. Chef drills it into center. Jonas Sebring trots back in front of the wall, makes the squeeze, and the second out in the 7th.
Sebring's just an amazing center fielder. The jumps he gets off of those fly balls, he made it look easy when that ball was nearing the 380 mark in center field. A great play, and Baker, he did go to the challenge fastball, trusted his stuff, and 2 outs now in the 7th.
Brings up the catcher, Marcus Galvan. He's 0 for 2 today. Bats from the left side. First pitch, Galvan fights it off the other way. Strike 1. Both time Marcus stood in against Hudson Hamilton. He struck out looking. First look at Ty Baker. Base is clear. 2 gone. Oaks lead by a run. 0-1 pitch. And it misses high from Ty. You have to count 1-1.
1-1 count. Here, Galvan struck out looking both times, courtesy of Hamilton.
1-1. Galvan fouls it just to the left of home plate for strike 2. Ty Baker in this outing out of the bullpen, so solid. We'll see what happens and what Ryan Kramer goes to the rest of the way in terms of pitching, but Baker, after a great start from Hudson Hamilton, looking solid on the hill. He's ahead in the count with 2 gone. 1-2 pitch, and Galvan is able to take a ball low. Good take, 2-2. Down even at 2. Here's the pitch, and Galvan spits on it again. Full count. Baker does not want to lose Marcus, with Jack Brooks standing on deck.
This year might be another situation where you go to the challenge fastball, knowing Galvan struck out twice today.
Here's the 3-2, and Galvan, he will see ball 4. 2-out walk for the 7-hole hitter for the Oaks, and that'll bring up Jack Brooks in this 1-run game. Oaks still remaining on top after they put up a run in the third, pardon me. Galvan reaching base for the first time this afternoon with 2 out, top of the 7th. Another left-handed batter in the form of Jack Brooks. First pitch, Brooks fights it off over the third base dugout, strike 1.
Back to that heater at the bottom of the zone. Ty Baker working at a medium pace, but very in control. And all of his pitches so far have been intentional.
And first check back to him. Galvan slides in head first. The Oaks, compared to the Sturs, and really, you look at in terms of running, 17 attempted stolen bases on the year for the Oaks. The Sturs 34 entering today. The Sturs by far the most in the CCL, aggressive on the bases. The 0-1 pitch, Brooks takes that one over the head and a bounce back to the mound off the backstop, but on the wild pitch, Galvan to second base.
And that is a huge 90 feet, Hunter, because it puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Seemed like a slider just slipped out of the hand of Ty Baker and almost bounced right back to Taman off of the backstop. Would have given him a chance of throwing him out, but now a runner in scoring position.
Only a 1-run game. Second run could be huge here for the Oaks. Brooks has a hit today. He's at a 1-1 count, man at second now. The pitch, and Brooks takes a strike low in the zone. 1-2.
Great location from Ty Baker, knowing that there is a little bit of width towards the bottom of the zone. Good location. Now 1-2 ahead. A lot of places he can go.
Man at second. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, and Brooks sends it sky high over the third base dugout. We will do it again. Currently the top of the 7th.
That heater sets up the off speed with a 1-2 count, open base on first. I would expect the slider here, down and inside.
Galvan in scoring position. D. Kennedy inches in from second base. 1-2 pitch inside, ball 2. Baker taking a moment to collect himself on the hill. One more good pitch. Going to the bottom of the 7th with Rodriguez, Markle, Taman due up. Oaks still leading 1-0, but a runner at second. 2 gone. 2-2 pitch, and that is ball 3 low, full count. Things could get interesting here. The 9-hole hitter, though, is on deck, Daniel Witz.
And you've seen with Ty Baker towards the back half of this inning, a lot more pitches thrown. Just needs to execute one more to get the Foresters back in the dugout.
Big 3-2, and Brooks pops it up left side, shallow left. Markle, the shortstop, going back, but over is Nolan Souza in left field. He can't make the catch. In and out of his glove. A run will come in to score, maybe a second run. Brooks all the way around, and Jack Brooks slides in. That is a 2-run play, and the Oaks now lead 3-0 in the 7th. Brooks comes all the way around to score on the air in left field.
2 notes, Hunter. We talked about it in the pregame. Nolan Souza is traditionally a middle infielder. Now in left today, and not familiar with this yard. It kicks off his glove. It's a Little League inside the park home run. Last time against Conejo in Thousand Oaks when the Foresters lost, it was the D. Kennedy error, a Little League inside the park home run, that was the difference. A big-time error in the top of the 7th just cannot happen.
Just like that, the inning could have been over, but 2 runs in. And the way this ball game has been going, it was 1-0 until that play. Those 2 extra runs makes this ball game feel a lot different for the Sturs. Now Ryan Kramer, the pitching coach, appears out of that first base dugout. Batter will be Lucas Danielwitz. 2 gone, bases now clear.
Especially when you're unfamiliar with a spot in the field, it seems like the ball always finds you in big moments, and that was the case there with Nolan Souza. But a lot of game left. This Foresters offense is high-powered, and obviously 0 runs so far, but never out of a baseball game. Just got to limit the damage.
Here's the first pitch, and Danielwitz takes it the other way, and that is a base hit in the right field. Maybe a broken bat as well. but the inning will continue. Now it's the top of the order for the Oaks. 2 gone, a base runner now at first, and 2 runs in.
Oh, broken bat single, dunking over Rodriguez's head at first base. And this becomes a frustrating inning if you're tiebreaker on the mound. You trust the defense, especially with the brilliant play by Jonas Sebring in center earlier on in the inning. And then Nolan Souza with the drop fly ball, making extra pitches when he feels like he already got out number 3.
There's top of the order, Carrillo on the first pitch, takes a fastball high in the zone, 0-1. Jack Brooks came all the way around on that error. Some good speed. Work his way all the way around, but the 0-1 pitch, and Carrillo at the top of the order takes a ball high, 1-1. Now a man at first, 2 gone, top of the 7th. 3-0 now our score, Oaks in the lead.
Carrillo, no hit so far today. We know how good he is offensively. Got to be careful.
Check back to first base. Daniel Witt slides in. Carrillo has reached twice. Worked a walk in the first, grounded into a fielder's choice in the third, struck out in the 5th. All 3 against Hamilton. Here's the 1-1 from Baker. Runner goes, and no throw down from Taman. Another runner now in scoring position. Taman on the transfer, in and out of his hand. Couldn't get a toss off to second.
Just lost the grip on it, and now 2-1 to Carrillo. Kang on deck. Might work around him. We'll see what the game plan is.
2-1 pitch. Carrillo takes a strike, 2-2.
Feels like the Forsters are just waiting for one play to swing the momentum completely.
Wind's blowing out towards center field. They've been shifting around. Oh, 2 gone, 2-2 pitch. Carrillo lines this one up the middle, and Sebring is able to make the squeeze in center field, sliding in feet towards home plate. And another quality defensive play from Jonas Sebring, saving a run. But the Oaks, they push in 2 in the 7th. Stretch time from Santa Barbara. Oaks now on top, 3-0 over the Sturs.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
In the bottom of the 7th, the Oaks now lead 3-0 after 2 runs in the top half of the 7th. Johnny Rodriguez, Drew Markle, Ryan Taman coming up, and another new pitcher coming in, Aiden. Ty Walton, the right-hander for the Oaks.
Yeah, Ty Walton. 3 innings of work, 6 strikeouts. He's been very good so far. 3 ERA.
First pitch to Johnny, and Johnny's swing to miss on the first pitch for strike number 1.
And you look at that last inning for the Foresters, the big error by Nolan Souza, just needing a base runner. I feel like we've reiterated that about 5 times so far.
The 0-1 foul back behind home plate. That is strike 2. The Sturs did get a 2-out base runner in the 6th, and that was their first base runner since the 2nd inning. Nolan Souza had a 2-out knock. But the 0-2 pitch, and Rodriguez over to second base, and that's a liner over to the second baseman, Jordan King. And Rodriguez retired for the first out, bottom of the 7th.
Looked like that might have been Rodriguez's second broken bat of this contest. Now they're going to turn it over to Drew Markle. 0 for 2, 2.63 putouts. But his ability to get on base, a lot of these guys possess a lot of speed. They can cause havoc and potentially make the Oaks overthink these simple situations.
Walton's moving quick. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. 3-0 our score. Conejo lead. The 0-1. Drew takes it away. 1-1. And Walton moving very quickly. 1-1 pitch. Markle takes a strike, and he's down 1-2.
And when a pitcher like Walton is moving as quickly as he is, it's hard to get in a rhythm as a batter. You might see one of these Foresters hitters call time to slow the game down.
Already the 1-2 pitch, nearly over the head of Drew. It's ball 2. Taman on deck. Leadoff man retired. Start the 7th inning. Here comes the 2-2. And Markle sees it away. Full count.
Cannot chase out of the strike zone here. Stay disciplined, knowing how big a base runner is.
Payoff pitch. Markle swing and a miss. First strikeout for Walton, and 2 down in the 7th.
Sponsored by Strength Happens. Number 17, the catcher, Ryan Taman.
That was just a fastball blown by Drew Markle. Not seeing the ball too well today. 0 for 3.
Here's Ryan Taman. First pitch. Ryan quickly takes a strike, and Ty Walton's been firing on all cylinders quickly ahead in counts and quickly on the hill. Already here comes the second pitch. Taman sees a ball down low, 1-1.
Ryan Taman's had 2 very good at-bats. He walked in the second and a hard fly out in the 5th inning to center field.
1-1 pitch. And Taman check swing takes a strike, and 1-2 the count. Taman behind. With 2 gone, bases clear, bottom of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. Ryan Taman sees it well away. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Potentially utilizing that opposite field approach. Tons of room over there in the 3-4 hole.
2-2, missing high. Full count for the second consecutive batter for Ty Walton. Two gone. 3-2 pitch, and Taman pops it up. Will the first baseman Hellman have a play? He will not. Just goes past the seats down the first baseline. He will do it again. If Taman is able to reach, Caden Peterson on deck.
Trying to turn that lineup over to the top and those deadly run producers.
Here's the 3-2. And Taman sees ball 4. The breaking ball missing from Walton. It's a 2-out walk for Taman, his second walk of the day.
Very encouraging to see great at-bats for Ryan Taman. It feels like he's been grinding a little bit to just get back on track. Today's been much better.
You talk about trying to bring around the top of the order. Peterson batting out of the 9 spot. Almost a de facto top of the order. First pitch. And therefore a strike with Peterson so often at the top of the order and what he does getting on base. It's in a good spot if Peterson's able to do something here. Keep the line moving. The 0-1. And Caden takes a ball high. 1-1.
Can feel the tone from manager Bill Pintard. Stay patient in the batter's box. They've seen a lot of fastballs this inning that have found the strike zone, but still laying off, making Walton throw strikes.
Here's the 1-1, missing well high. Ball 2. When you look at this ball game, 2 hits for the Sturs. They've worked 3 walks. Here comes a 2-1 to Caden. Well away, and a great grab there from Marcus Galvan. Keep the runner at first, 3-1.
And if Caden can reach, D. Kennedy represents that tying run. Hit a home run against the Academy Barons. Big fly. Could possess some similar power.
3-1 pitch. Peterson pops it up right side. Shallow right field. Daniel Witz moves over, and the second baseman flies all the way over. It's King who ends up making the catch, and Peterson with the fly out to the second baseman. The Sturs Add a little bit of momentum, could not capitalize, and we are headed to the 8th. Oaks on top 3-0 over Santa Barbara.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Going to the 8th inning from Santa Barbara High School, the Conejo Oaks on top 3-0, and we have our second pitching change of the day for the Stars. Diego Ramos now on the hill for Bill Pintard.
And Ramos has been great. One thing you'll see with him, a sinker with a lot of run towards the right-hander's batter's box. He's a great pitcher, throws hard. And in his work so far, a 3 ERA, 3 innings pitched.
He's going to face Kang, Rubin, and Hellman. First pitch, and that will miss high for ball 1 to Jordan Kang, who is 1 for 3 today, grounded into a double play in the first, an RBI single in the third, and a fly out into center in the 6th. Conejo lead by 3. 1-0 pitch. This ball is tapped foul for strike 1.
And if these Foresters relievers can toss zeros to end this game, the Foresters are well within striking distance, only down 3. Bullpen just has to hold strong.
Comes a 1-1 pitch, and Kang, the leadoff man, sees ball 2 down low. Ty Baker, who was the first man out of the bullpen, his final line, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, which were not earned, 1 walk and 1 K for Ty Baker. It's 2-1 pitch, and it will find the strike zone on the delivery from Ramos, 2-2.
Good spot from Ramos. Now just looking to finish the job, starting this inning on the right foot with an out.
Rubin on deck, 2-2 pitch, and a strikeout for Diego Ramos. Jordan Kang down on strikes, 1 away in the 8th.
And that's the sinker that we're talking about, Hunter. Aside from a traditional fastball, very hard to hit that pitch hard with that late downward tilt nearing the catcher's mitt, and throws it for a strikeout. Great start from Ramos.
1 away, base is clear. First pitch to Rubin, and it will miss for ball 1. After striking out Jordan Kang, the leadoff man for the Oaks.
Yeah, Rubin 1 for 3 so far. He had a hit in the first inning, the first hit for the Oaks in this ballgame.
1-0 pitch, and this ball is in the left center field. Hit pretty well by Justin Rubin, and that ball will fall just at the base of the wall, scooped up by Sebring, and it will be a double for Justin Rubin. That ball fell right at the base of the wall in left center field.
And that might not have been caught anyway, Hunter, but it felt like Sebring and Suze out there were kind of just looking at each other, waiting for one of them to call it off, and it ended up falling directly in between at the base of the wall. May have been a double anyway, as I said, but somebody's got to take charge in that situation.
It's going to bring up Dominic Hellman, 0 for 3 today. But the 1-out double for Rubin. Taman looking to cycle through a couple pitches. Opportunity for the Oaks to get a little more insurance runs going to the final 2 innings. First pitch, and that ball will get past Taman. Runner goes to third base with 1 out, and Ramos was trotting down the hill, covering home. Now runner at third.
Looked like Taman got crossed up there. He's going to go have a conversation. And shocked the umpire still didn't call a strike. Looked like it was right down the middle, but naturally you don't get those calls when the catcher can't come away with it cleanly. And situationally, in that situation, Ramos has to cover home plate. It's easy to get caught up in just focusing on the batter, but it squeaks away. And if Rubin over there was a little more aggressive, he might have been able to score.
Go down as a wild pitch, but now a man at third, only 1 out. 1-0. If Hellman is able to lift something in the outfield, score the 4th run in the game for the Oaks. They lead 3-0. 1-0 pitch, and Hellman checks his swing to check down the first base umpire. He did not go around for ball 2.
Interesting to see the infield still playing back Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Needing an out at the plate.
2-0 pitch, and a big rip from Hellman. Comes up empty, 2-1.
But then you also get into this situation where the difference between 3 and 4 runs when you need offense anyway isn't that wide.
2-1 pitch, and Hellman fouls it back just to the right of home plate. That is straight 2. Reeve Boyd will wait on deck for the Oaks. Very bright blue top for the Oaks here this afternoon.
Looks like now they'll come in with 2 strikes. Interesting decision for manager Bertard.
Runner at third, 1 out. Big pitch here. 2-2, and this ball is hit sharply to the third baseman. Patterson scoops up play at the plate. Did they get him? Safe is the call. A 4th run will come in to score. It was real close. Taman trying to slap the tag, but Rubin from third comes in to score. Hellman will reach.
I think that could have gone either way, Hunter. Interesting that the runner didn't slide at home plate. It made it a little more difficult to tell. Taman tags him on the calf, but umpire rules that his foot touched home plate before that tag was applied, and it's a big 4th run for the Oaks.
4-0 now our score. Here's Reeve Boyd. Hellman, the RBI fielder's choice at first. First pitch, that is a strike to Boyd. 0-1.
One thing that sinkers do induce is the ground ball. And here with 1 out, a double play would be ginormous for the Foresters' momentum.
0-1 pitch, and Boyd taps that ball straight down. That is strike 2. Cooper Chef waits on deck for the Oaks, pushing in 1 more run in the 8th. 4-0 our score. Man at first. The 0-2 pitch, and Boyd sees the ball high and in. Ball 1.
Good location from Ramos up and inside. Forsters still looking for that double play as the Oaks have had a productive inning.
1-2 pitch. This is high from Ramos. That is ball 2 for Reeve Boyd, who's 0 for 3 today. A ground out to short. Struck out swinging. A ground out to the first baseman. At a 2-2 count, man at first, only 1 away. Here's the pitch to Boyd, and Boyd swing and a miss. Ramos has his second K and a big second out in the 8th.
It's a great pitch at the bottom of the zone. Ramos, a lot of swing and miss stuff, whether it's the sinker or the off-speed slider-esque pitch. Big second out for the Foresters.
This brings up Cooper Chef, also 0 for 3. Ground out back to the mound, a strikeout, fly out to center. Hellman, who drove in a run, still remains at first base, now 2 gone. First pitch, Chef hits it hard, down to Johnny Rodriguez, who applies the tag to first base off that giant first hop, but Chef will ground out to the first baseman, Johnny Rodriguez. Good reflexes from Johnny down that first baseline for the 3rd out. But 1 more run comes in to score for the Oaks in the 8th. They lead by 4. Top of the order coming up for the Sturs when we return. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Anand, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We go to the bottom of the 8th. D. Kennedy, Jonas Sebring, TJ Pompey due up in the inning. The Sturs trail by 4, and another new pitcher, Jack Holland, the right-hander, coming in for the Oaks.
Yeah, Jack Holland so far on this season, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, and only 2 earned runs. But one thing I've noticed, Hunter, is the Oaks continue to switch these relief pitchers after only 1 inning of work. You notice that once the Foresters hitters maybe see a guy multiple times, get on him, easier to hit.
First pitch to D. Kennedy, down and away in the dirt. D for today, he is 0 for 3, a flyout and a right, and a pair of strikeouts. Sturs needing base runners, trailing by 4. 6 outs to play with. Jack Holland, a local kid from Santa Barbara, familiar with this area. The 1-0 pitch. And Kennedy, he takes a strike, 1-1.
And more than ever, as we get later into this game, hitting becomes harder because of those shadows, the full mound in light and the full batter's box in dark. So difficult for the batters to see these pitches.
It's 1-1. And Kennedy sees a breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2. Jonas.
D continues to see 2 strikes in each count, but has done a nice job battling 2 strikeouts, looking to avoid that hat trick.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Kennedy's able to take down low. Good look from D, 2-2. Sebring awaits on deck. It's a 4-0 ball game. Oaks lead. Put up 3 runs between the 7th and the 8th inning. Comes a 2-2 pitch to Kennedy. And Kennedy on a breaking ball, skies it in the left center field, moving over the center fielder Carrillo. It stays in the yard, makes the squeeze. That ball, D just missed. The fly out to center.
Got another hanging curveball like we saw in the first inning, and he hammered it. But not a lot of help out there in center field with the wind. And another out for the Foresters, hitting the ball hard, but no result.
Your Sebring 1 for 3, and when you look at this ball game, only 2 hits for the Sturs. Sebring has one of them. Souza has the second. The hit for Jonah came in the first. For Souza, his hit came in the 6th. First pitch, and Jonah sees a strike, 0-1.
Something unusual for the Foresters. 8 strikeouts so far today, and that's been one thing they've been able to limit is not striking out a ton, and their best hitters, Sebring and Kennedy, with 2 apiece.
0-2. This is popped up into the infield. Looks like the second baseman, Kang, gets under it. And that ball is caught for out number 2. Considerable hang time for Sebring. It results in the second out in the 8th. 2 gone with the bases clear. Here's DJ Pompey, 0 for 2 with a walk. 4-0 our score, Oaks lead.
Pompey looking for some 2-out magic. He's 0 for 2 with the walk so far today.
First pitch, TJ takes a strike, and Jack Holland quickly firing strikes. And it has been an interesting day for the Oaks, Aiden. You alluded to it. Humphreys going forward, but ever since then, every reliever only going an inning. Holland, 0-1 pitch, and that will miss for ball 1, even up the count.
That's the definition of a full-on team effort for the Oaks. A lot of these relievers are max-out guys where they leave everything out there for 1 inning of work, and that's when they're most effective. So you've seen them rotating constantly to hold the Foresters to only 2 hits.
Souza is on deck. 2 gone, bases clear. 1-1 pitch. Pompey taps it foul just to the left of home plate. That is strike 2, and TJ trying to do something. He's going to have to protect the plate now, but to try to reach base. It's 4-0 ball game. Jack Holland, the right-hander, tired the first 2 he has faced. 1-2 pitch, and Pompey swing and a miss. He is sat down. Holland strikes him out and only has to face 3 in the 8th. Well, we go to the 9th. Conejo Oaks still maintain a 4-0 lead over the Santa Barbara Foresters.
All right, attention fans.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Go to the 9th. Marcus Galvan will lead things off. It's the bottom of the order that Diego Ramos, who remains on the hill, will face in this inning. Brooks, Daniel Witz will follow. But Conejo out to a 4-0 lead in this ball game. Ramos trying to keep it that way, trying to give his offense a chance in the bottom half of the 9th.
And 4 runs in 1 inning is going to be a tall task, to say the least, especially while only mustering 2 hits so far today. But Ramos is just going to try to give the Foresters a chance to compete, contend in the bottom of the 9th.
So here's Galvan. 0 for 2 today, struck out twice, both looking against Hudson Hamilton. Did work a walk and came around to score an extra insurance run in the 7th. That's from the left side. Will lead things off. First pitch from Ramos. This ball is sent foul down the third base line. Near the dugout, that's strike 1.
Galvan walked his last time through, but 2 strikeouts on the day.
0-1 pitch, and Galvan chops it over to short. Drew Marco will move over to his right, the throw, and it's a good throw in time to retire the catcher. 1 away in the top of the 9th.
Now batting for the Oaks.
Nice play there from Drew Markle, one of the utility guys on this team, very good at the middle infield and also an outstanding center fielder.
Here's Jack Brooks, reached twice today, and he had that, came all the way around to score on the Little League home run in the 7th. Put up 2 runs. He hit that ball in the left. First pitch, fouled up and out of play for strike 1.
Good challenge there from Ramos with that sinker over the middle.
And Brooks, immediate impact in his debut. Couple guys from Oregon playing their first couple games as the 0-1 pitch misses away, 1-1.
And you see a lot of these CCL teams, the way they recruit is school by school. A lot of Texas guys on the Foresters, a lot of Oregon guys on the Oaks. You see those common themes throughout the league.
It's the 1-1 in there for strike 2. Good pitch from Diego. Ball and 2 strikes. Especially for these Oregon guys. We had a debut yesterday and 2 debuts with Hellman and Galvan today. Yesterday it was Cooper Sheff in his debut with the 1-2 pitch, missing well away, ball 2. But for Oregon, of course, you said, they're in the game 2-8 in Super Regional. And they actually played here in Santa Barbara, took down UC Santa Barbara to advance into the Super Regional up at Cesar Wasaka Stadium at UC Santa Barbara. It's 2-2. One away, base is clear. The pitch and a swing and a miss. And Brooks down on strikes. Ramos has his 3rd K.
Yeah, and he's been amazing out of the bullpen. Knowing that there's no more room for error with that 4-run deficit already existing and still attacking the strike zone. It's been great.
Here's a 9-hole hitter, Lucas Danielwitz, who was hit back in the 3rd inning and came around to score. At this point, the winning run, the first pitch, nearly clips him. This is for ball 1. Ramos coming set, 2 gone. Second pitch has a 1-0, swing and a miss. Even up the count 1-1.
Great slider there and a fastball count. You feel the lack of energy on the Foresters side, and the only way that can be kind of reignited is with a quick out here.
1-1 pitch missing. That is ball 2. Want to sit down Danielwitz with Carrillo on deck. Bullpen has been very good today for the Sturs. When you look at this ball game, of course, the Oaks scored in the 3rd, gave up a couple more runs in the last couple innings. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and just actually tapping it foul was Danielwitz, 2-2. 2 runs in the 7th and extra 4th run in the 8th. 2-2 pitch, and Danielwitz down on strikes. Ramos, a clean 1-2-3 top half of the 9th, and he has struck out 4 in his 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Foresters, they trail by 4. Souza, Patterson, Rodriguez due up when we return.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Going to the bottom of the 9th, Conejo Oaks on top 4-0. Souza, Patterson, Rodriguez coming up in this inning. We have a defensive change for the Oaks. Tommy Kendlinger now in at left. But Jack Holland will remain in the ball game after a clean 1-2-3 8th inning. It's the first time a reliever has gone more than 1 inning.
You're absolutely right, Hunter. And for the Foresters, this is the part of the lineup that you do want up. 4, 5, and 6 looking to mount a 9th inning rally. That never say die mentality. The Foresters' ability to have big innings whenever they'd like. Could see it here.
Souza has reached base twice today. He is 1 for 2. He was also hit in the 1st. Bats from the left side. First pitch. And Souza takes a strike. Holland picks up right where he left off. He struck out Pompey to end the 8th.
Souza with that impressive single his last time through to the opposite field. Building off of that, only result in success.
0-1 pitch. And Souza grounds this one over to second base. King fields it over to first for the first out in the 9th. And the Sturs down to their final 2 outs in the final inning.
One thing we've seen with these CCL games too, Hunter, is elongated and very grueling, high scoring, and even the low scoring ones, long game. We're sitting at the 2-hour and 30-minute mark and have just flown through just because of how good pitching has been on both sides.
Starting pitching was phenomenal for both teams. Here's Daniel Patterson, first pitch. And Patterson turns on it but goes well foul. Strike 1. Ryan Humphries started for the Oaks, going 4 innings, did not allow a run. Hudson Hamilton went 5, only allowed a single run, struck out 6. That speaks exactly what both starters did here this afternoon. One away, bases clear. The 0-1 pitch. And Patterson sees it away. The Sturs trailing by 4, down to their final 2 outs.
Patty just looking to get a hit. 0 for 3 today. He's kind of been scuffling at the plate. One of the Foresters' best players last season. Just looking to get on track.
All in the 1-1 delivery. And Patterson goes through the zone. 1-2. On deck will be Johnny Rodriguez. All incoming set. Bases clear, 1 away. 1-2 pitch. And Patterson drills this one. That is up the middle of the backhand from the second baseman. And the throw in time. Heck of an effort from Jordan King. Covered a lot of ground and made that play look easy.
And off the bat, I thought that was a single all the way. Great range from Kang to his right. That's a difficult throw, cross body for a second baseman, and he makes it look easy. Foresters now down to their final out.
Here's Rodriguez, 4-0 our score. Oaks leading. Johnny today, 0 for 3, pair of lineouts to second, also ground out to second. First pitch to Johnny, and Rodriguez sees it away, ball 1. Well, for the Sturs, after this ball game concludes, they'll host the Ventura Pirates for the second time tomorrow. And the OC Riptide, a team that they haven't faced, will be on Saturday. That will always be an interesting matchup, and also playing the Riptide on Sunday as well.
Yeah, it's an action-packed week for the Foresters, and always difficult to beat a team back-to-back twice. And that's kind of what they've run into today. The Conejo Oaks came out more ready to play and have gotten the best of them.
1-0 pitch, missing high. That is ball 2 to Rodriguez.
Johnny, though, a lot of power in his bat, ability to get on base, and Jack Holman looks like he will be the pinch hitter for Drew Markle if Rodriguez reaches.
It's 2-0, and it misses high and away. Ball 3 for Johnny with 2 gone. Oaks only need to record 1 more out to secure 4-0 victory over the Sturs. Pinch hitter standing on deck, Jack Holman. There's a 3-0, and Rodriguez sees a called strike very late. Rodriguez was halfway down that line. It's 3-1.
He thought surely it was ball 4, and even aside from the location, just because of how late that strike call was, thought he had a free pass, but back in there now, 3-1 count.
4-0 our score. 2 gone in the 9th, the Oaks leading. Can Rodriguez reach? The pinch hitter standing on deck. Here's the 3-1. And Johnny there sees ball 4 and will reach this time with 2 gone. First time Rodriguez will reach today, and that's going to bring up the pinch hitter, Jack Holman.
Number 18, Jack Holman.
First time Bill Pintard goes to the bench this afternoon. Holman bats from the left side to hit for Markle, who was 0 for 3 today.
Just giving Holman a chance to hit, and he's been great for the Foresters, batting .545.
He's been phenomenal, to say the least. Johnny at first, 2 gone. Bottom of the 9th. First pitch, and Holman sees it away, ball 1. This 4-0 ball game stirs down to their final out. These two teams played on Tuesday. Last game for both teams. 1-0 pitch, and Holman sees it in. Marcus Galvan, good keep to keep Rodriguez at first, 2-0.
Now Holman can sit on a fastball in the middle. Chance to cut this game to a 2-run game with his power. A lot of pull side pop.
There's a arm up in the bullpen, tossing for the Oaks in case. The 2-0 as Holman lines this one up the middle, and that is picked up by the shortstop, and he cannot field it. Holman will reach base. So that puts 2 aboard with 2 gone.
Now batting for the Foresters, number 17, the
You feel a little more energy now starting to pick up for the Foresters, and even with 2 outs, an error. E6 brings up Ryan Taman. Peterson in the wings. Just need to continue to keep the line moving, and the Oaks are going to have a quick mound visit.
So the batter will be Taman. On the error, the shortstop scuffing up that ball. Holman will reach. Just a quick chat. There are arms up in the bullpen. And it looks like Alejandro Hueso is throwing. Will be Taman, but the Oaks still just need to record 1 more out. What you do not want to do is put Taman aboard, bring the tying run to the plate. Sturs trying to do that right here in the 9th. First pitch, and Taman sees it in, ball 1. Holland retired the first 2 quickly, struggling a little bit here against the last 2 batters he faced.
If you're Ryan Taman, you have to stay patient in the batter's box. One of the situations where you getting on base is even more beneficial than a home run.
2 gone, 2 aboard. 1-0 pitch. Taman sees ball 2 high.
Now once again, 2-0 count, can sit dead red on a fastball. Try to crush for extra bases.
Well, the pinch hitter on deck, Nick Sanders. Here's the 2-0. Taman nearly gets clipped. Ball 3 in.
This should be an automatic take. 3-0. No reason to swing, down 4.
Rodriguez is at second. Holman at first. 1 more ball and the tying run will come to the plate. Jack Holland, 3 straight balls to Ryan Taman. 3-0 pitch. Down the middle, strike 1.
Take all the way for Ryan Taman. But can still hunt it out. 1 pitch he loves.
4-0 our score. Oaks lead. Sturs down to their final low, but trying to bring the tying run to the plate if Taman is able to reach. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch, and Taman takes strike 2, full count.
You can feel and hear some groans from the fans here. Full count, 2 outs, both runners on the move. A ball in the gap will easily score 2.
Ball in the tying run, comes to the plate, strike, ball game's over. Here's a 3-2. Ball 4 high, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the 9th.
And it's going to be in the form of Nick Sanders, and this might be it for Holland. Cannot begin to express how good Nick Sanders has been this season in any scenario.
Manager coming out of the third base dugout.
Now batting for your Foresters, number 2.
Nick Hunter, 437 average, a 733 slugging percentage. Seems like he lives for those sort of big moments, and a chance now representing the tying run.
Also have a pinch runner coming in at second base, Jack Bollinger, now to run at second. It's for Jack Holman. So Bollinger to run. Here is Nick Sanders, representing the tying run at the plate for the Sturs. All of this, let's not forget, with 2 out. Souza and Patterson both grounded out to second base. Rodriguez worked a walk, now at third. Holman, who pinch hit from Markle, was replaced by Bollinger at second. He reached on error. Taman works a walk. And Jack Holland, solid visit from his manager, will remain in this ball game.
Energy starting to pick up from the dugout. Mixture of people holding their breaths and exciting emotions. The tying run in the box for the Foresters in the biggest moment of this game so far.
4-0 our score. And the Sturs have the tying run at the plate. First pitch. Sanders fouls it back. That is strike one.
Always a good sign of your timing being on point is fouling it straight back. That's exactly what Nick Sanders just did. He's right on it.
Bases loaded, 2 gone, bottom of the ninth. Tying run at the plate for the Foresters. Jack Holland remains in the ball game. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Sanders sees it away, 1-1. Good key from the catcher, Galvan, as well.
Staying patient here, looking for his pitch.
Double bubble, baby, double bubble.
2 gone. It's 1-1. Sanders sees it away, ball 2. Energy reignited here from Santa Barbara High School.
And a lot of pressure on Holland to throw strikes. The command is starting to lose it. And you got arm down there just tossing. Seems like this might be his last batter if you can't get him out.
Tying run at the plate here for the Sturs, bottom of the ninth. 2-1 pitch. Sanders sends it up the middle. That is a base hit in the center field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score for the Sturs, and the line will keep on moving. Sanders, what a pinch hit, drives in a pair.
Stay hot, Nick Sanders. 2 RBI single, and that'll be it for Holland. D. Kennedy represents the winning run when we come back.
We'll step away. Sturs pushing 2. 4-2 our score. New arm coming in.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Our pitch and change, Alejandro Hueso now in the ball game, just needing to record a single out. The Sturs, 4 batters came up with 2 out, all have reached base. Tying run now at first, winning run at the plate in the form of D. Kennedy.
And you look back to that error on the Jack Holman ground ball. It kind of sparked this rally. And now D. Kennedy steps up representing the winning run.
At second is Ryan Taman. Nick Sanders, the pinch hit, 2 RBI single up the middle of the field. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Hueso, his first pitch. And Kennedy takes a ball, ball 1. First 2 batters in this inning were retired by Oaks pitching. The next 4 have reached base. 4-2 our score. 1-0 pitch. Kennedy sees it high, ball 2.
And these Oaks pitchers, you can tell they're under pressure, cannot find the strike zone. And that allows for the Foresters hitters to really zero in on pitches that they love and crush them.
Tying run at first here in the 9th, winning run at the plate. 2-0 pitch to Kennedy. Kennedy fouls it back. Strike 1.
That is a great hack by D. Kennedy, straight back. He's also right on it.
4-2 our score. With 2 out, Foresters have pushed in 2 in the tying run, now at first. Kennedy, one swing of the bat, could walk off the Sturs. It's 2-1. Kennedy takes a strike on the slider, 2-2, and the Sturs down to their final strike.
That's very gutsy by Hueso to flip over a slider. Down 2-1. It's a count where D. Kennedy is sitting fastball. Now the Foresters 1 strike away, but also 1 swing away from changing this game.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Kennedy strikes out. Swing and a miss. Hueso comes in and gets the job done. The Sturs, what a fight in the 9th inning. It comes up empty, having the tying run at first base. A lot of positives there in the 9th after only having 2 hits entering that 9th inning. Nick Sanders had that 2 RBI single.
Yeah, and it's a great sign again. One thing that the Foresters have been able to do throughout this season is have guys stay ready off the bench, come in, and have big-time swings. That's exactly what Nick Sanders did today. This was a case, Hunter, of too little, too late. You can't bring them all back in 1 inning when you're down 4, when you have 2 hits prior to that inning starting. It was simply too little, too late. But one thing, the Foresters can take this momentum in the 9th inning. They have a game tomorrow, quick turnaround against Ventura, build off of it, and come out double digits in the run column tomorrow. The beauty of the CCL, you have a great day tomorrow to pick it right back up.
And the final score here from Santa Barbara. Oaks take it 4-2. The comeback just coming up short for the Sturs. As Aiden said, we'll see you tomorrow, and they host the Ventura Pirates, 4:30 first pitch here from Santa Barbara High School. So for everyone behind the scenes and all the crew here from Eddie Matthews Field and for Aiden O'Neill, I'm Hunter Schumink saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow when the Pirates are in town and take on the Sturs.